Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dungeon Sphere, and remember, don't tell alligators your secrets. Now, before we begin, we are going to have Melissa say words at people in the present and in the future.
Cool. I will try to say words. I didn't write any words down, so they might be shit, but it's okay. So announcement. The what is it? The miniseries based on the materials that I made in the DMing competition is going to be starting streaming at the end of January on January 31st. Is going to be a first stream on that Monday. So, and casting news, let's see. This way! Maybe? Nope, this way! These two will both be in it!
Yeah.
It does.
You're pointing correctly.
It's on the second try. It only took me twice. It's fine.
Yeah.
Plus 4 brand new friends, because I had a really, really hard time deciding what table of 5 I wanted, so instead we're doing a table of 6.
It's the worst.
The perfect number for team composition is 6 players.
Yes.
You can
Anyway,
quote me on that.
yeah, like my body has tried to kill me twice, and picking this table is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
It's true.
So, anyways, yes. I may at some point be making a Twitter for it, but I already have 5 on my phone, so I can't do it on my phone. I have to do it other places. But there may be a Twitter for it and stuff and such, and more announcements coming soon in terms of characters and all that fun stuff. So follow all the socials and this channel and watch us on January 31st as we adventure in the Feywild. That's my announcement.
Anyway, Melissa, did you hit record?
I did hit record.
Okay.
Look at me. I'm a professional streamer.
I just figured, well, we didn't remind you or anything. But anyway, Jacob.
My headphones. Oh no, I got my headphones.
Where did you get that coat?
Yes, I did.
Where did you get that coat?
I sure.
You sure got it? Okay.
Sure got it. I don't know, and I'm not taking it off on stream to find out.
It looks really cool.
Thank you.
Anime. So what we're gonna do is we're going to recap what happened last time. The team had to fight against whirlpools, and that was pretty crazy.
Was it.
And they fought
Your
some
pause was
whirlpools.
very awkward.
They exploded some like giant spiky rocks coming out of the water, and one of the times Canari didn't really get one like that good, so
I
the
was
ship
busy.
Yeah, you were controlling water and such, but the ship did get a gash, so it crash landed or ran aground essentially, and the group had to go and inspect this ship that had crashed some time ago, covered in these vines. But then, lo and behold, zombies crawled out, and the zombies were controlled by a corpse flower, modified to become corpse seaweed, more corpse kelps. Yeah, that's really hard to say. So anyway, after defeating it, you realized, oh, this is the island that people say that you can't get off of once you crash here. And you're like, oh, what are we gonna do? But then Bosun Cogster is like, there is a story of a very powerful sea fury hag, and she enjoys confectionaries. And so Canari went and baked the greatest muffins in existence with a roll of 29. And then delivered, and the Sea Fury was a little satisfied. However, she did immediately reduce Umbran to 0 hit points.
I make unwavering eye contact with everyone all the time. I will.
So her death glare kicked in, and Umbran fell, but she allowed them passage off of the ship, or off of the island in their ship. So after the fixes, they took off back into the fogs, and now you have arrived on the island of Hemrelfurge, which used to be a kingdom of dwarves that has long since passed. You have arrived at the bottom of the map where this permanently, eternally lit lighthouse exists. And they relay to you that there are 5, the crew relays to you, probably Navigator Sykes would say this. Yeah. So Navigator Sykes tells you in his broken Kenku sort of way that there are 5 places of note on this island based on what he has seen and studied on the map. There is an abandoned ruin, sort of like town, city, and that's number 1. He tells you that number 2 and number 4 on this map that you have provided and the audience cannot see.
No, they can. Shush.
Oh, there we can. There they go. But I mean, I want to thank you though. So 2 and 4 are entrances to the Dwarven kingdom that exist beneath the land, and it also stretches between the islands, which was revealed last time too. And then number 3 is a giant chasm, just deep into the ground. And then number 5, he doesn't know what number 5 is.
It's just a spot that they know about.
Yep.
Cool.
There's something there.
Maybe.
He says that people often go missing there. No one's ever came back.
Oh, you know.
Well, Braenna, if you were to store a magical key somewhere, where would you do it? Speaking as a dwarf.
Well, mountains are the pretty most safest place, so probably in the mountain somewhere.
Should we head there first, or do we want to check out this chasm since it's on the way?
I mean, I like a good chasm, but that's just me.
Canari just looks at Moxie and is like, when have you ever gone to a chasm?
I don't know, I just like the word.
I mean,
Chasm.
from what little I know about dwarves is that they're underground sometimes, so maybe the chasm would be where they store keys.
I mean, either that or it would be buried in the heart of the mountain or underneath the 2 islands or something like that connected by the tunnels. If
What key did Team Genie say that I found?
the
Wasn't on this
elvish,
island.
elvish one, yeah. It was the one with wind, I think.
Actually,
Do we
gnomes.
think
Gnomes,
Team,
whatever.
do we think Team Phoenix has A, been to this island, and B, found this key? That might save us some time if we were to just give them a call.
Well, yeah, I guess we could call to ask them if they'd been to the Dwarf Island and then, you know, provide any information they could. While we go look at the chasm.
Also, as a reminder, Captain Barbarossa said that they'll stay in this area and like do their own thing, but they want you to at least make sure that they're safe to be on this island and restock.
Well,
Okay.
we are the closest to the chasms, so we could probably, just start there anyways, regardless, and then head up towards the mountain.
Mm-hmm. And then at least we cleared out part of the island. I mean, did they say what part they would restock at? Like if they would need to restock at the abandoned town?
They would be trying to aim for the abandoned town.
Okay, so do we want to do...
Is there a reason we didn't dock at the abandoned town, that we've chose this lighthouse so far away? That's quite a distance to make a fly run.
I think we were kind of crashing, weren't we?
No.
Are we?
It was the only... We were drawn to the lighthouse, wasn't it? Like that was what we could guide to.
Yeah. And
I mean,
this has actual docks by the lighthouse.
do we have ways to carry supplies long distances? Do we have carts?
We have me. Should be plenty.
You also
It's a
got
very,
bag of
it's
holding.
a very long distance, so you cannot fit full crates of supplies into a bag of holding.
But the crew will be.
And I'll bet the town had something we could use.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have to go get the supplies. We're just kind of checking it out, right? To make sure.
And I don't know why this lighthouse is where we've chosen, just because there's a dock. If we have rowboats, we could anchor close to the town and just ferry supplies over. But what do I know about ships and boats?
Did they say that they
I
were
know nothing.
doing some repairs though? They said they wanted to scavenge what we got from the other ship to kind of shore up what we broke, right?
Haven't we been on
Yeah,
water
they
for a
already-
few days?
Yeah, you've been on water for a few days. You before you left the island, all that mending and the repairs were taken care of. This is more like see what food, water, and resources we can find to bring on the ship type of deal.
Okay.
Well, we can start down here, and they can go around to the town, and we'll just meet them up there. We're just gonna have to go up that direction anyways, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll all meet up.
What you know from the coastline is it's fairly rocky, and some of the places are cliff-like, but this is a little bit lower in altitude, and it kind of like there's some water and some spikes sticking up, so it would be safe to walk through, but just kind of like difficult.
And what's the scale of all of this? How far is like us from 3?
Good question. Boom. So I would say that every 10 feet is 1 mile.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
That's not that bad.
Well, we are docked right now by the lighthouse, right? That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is actually particularly dark out. There's an intense cloud cover, and it seems like the sun will be setting in a couple of hours.
Well, do we want to wait until like early morning to get started, or?
I'm no stranger to the night.
True.
We could definitely make it to the chasm. I mean, then reset
Mhm.
there if we are taking up too much time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go explore the chasm.
To the chasm.
The chasm?
We do that. We start walking.
As we're walking, I'll cast aid on. I'll just do it at 2nd level. I'll do it for Braenna, Moxie, and I'll give it to myself as well.
Big problem I have with my home game is that people talk about that they might kind of do something, maybe, okay, sure, let's do something, I don't know. Then no one will say that they're gonna do it. I'm like, are we doing the thing though?
Yeah.
Is this what we're gonna do?
That's
Yeah, you guys
still
go.
+5?
that's
it is
5,
a
right?
five.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just I did it at 2nd level.
Okay.
All right. Who's got Vigilant Blessing?
Vigilant Blessing I will give to Umbran.
All right. So, we're going to pretend that this is you, and you travel along and you go to the chasm.
One whole boat.
As you get closer, you start to see that there appears to be a variety of ruins. It doesn't seem as though this was a town or any place. It might have been more so a temple, but it's collapsed. Nature has reclaimed it, and you're starting to think that like places around here, when during certain times of the year, they might be often flooded, just because the water, you see a bunch of smoothness to the stones as if water has been eroding at them.
Is there any dwarven architecture stuff that I would know about?
You can roll me a Dwarven architecture history check, which I believe you have advantage on that.
I think it
Because
is
stone.
Yes. What is racial? It is. It's not advantage. It's expertise.
Oh, okay.
So, I get to add +7. Ooh, not bad. 23.
You are starting to realize that these dwarven ruins were built by mountain dwarfs. And it seems to have been long ago. Because it's the type of stone and the way that it's been carved, it's not something that you are familiar with as a actual, like, this is how the dwarves do it. It's more so a memory of learning about it in a book at some point, if you have read Dwarven architecture books. The history of Dwarven architecture, 311. You begin to realize that there's some Dwarven that you can get. You might have to, like, rub your hand against it. And just across this way, just across this place, you're starting to think that this ruined temple, pantheon, or whatever it used to be, worshipped the chasm itself as a god.
That's interesting. These folks worship the personification of this chasm. I mean, I can talk. It's fine. Very.
Do you think they worship the chasm, or they worship what was in it?
What, like, so it's got Dwarven on it, right? Like, the runes? Like, how is that coming across?
What do you mean?
That they're worshiping, does it come across that they're worshiping the chasm itself, or what's in the chasm?
It appears as though they're worshiping something at the bottom of the chasm. From looking at it. But it appears as though the chasm and this creature have been, like, tethered together as one entity. As if this entity that they've been worshiping created this chasm, and it was its home. So, pretty spooky stuff.
Yeah, it feels like from this writing that the chasm is a creature and the creature is a chasm. So that's new and different.
Like, is the chasm its mouth? Like that kind of way?
That's not where you're getting.
No?
It's
No?
more so just like something that lives and exists in this chasm.
How big? About how big? Around.
The chasm
Yeah.
is a mile long and about half a mile wide. So it stretches out pretty far, and when you inevitably do get through the arch and to the edge of this chasm, you see that you can't see the bottom. It just goes until it's darkness.
Braenna pulls out her coin of delving. Should I drop this down?
And do you have?
Just one.
Oh, I mean, if you drop it, you're not going to get it back.
It's not
Well-
like we're planning on heading down, are we?
Well, if they're worshiping something that's down there, maybe that's protecting the cave. Because if you want to protect something, big old cavern monster might be a good thing to protect it.
You're not wrong.
Well, drop it down, and if something terrifying comes out, maybe we just.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if we need another one, we can maybe get one at the next rest stop anyway. So I'm not too worried about it.
Sure.
I'm not particularly worried about losing the coin. I am particularly worried about waking up whatever is down there.
Toss
would-
a coin into your chasm.
It does just make a nice little ding when it hits the bottom. So, yeah, Braenna's gonna take the coin and drop it down the chasm. And if dropped a distance greater than 5 feet, the coin issues a melodious ringing sound when it hits a surface. Any creature that can hear the chime can determine the distance the coin dropped based on the tone.
You wait a second, and it goes a little bit deeper than you expected. But you do eventually hear this slight ring. It's subtle. You would probably miss it if you weren't at the edge of this chasm, kind of like paying attention to it. But the sound enters your mind, and somehow you were told that this chasm is 2 miles deep.
Ooh. That's pretty deep. That's a very long way.
Yeah.
How much falling damage is that?
Falling damage actually has a terminal velocity damage. I think it's 20d6.
Well, that's not too bad.
20d6
I can make
NBD. I can do
Don't
that.
worry about it.
I could cast Featherfall 8 times in a row, and then we'd only fall an extra 80 feet.
It's fine. I can
Looking
reduce my
around,
damage by 30, so
like,
follow it.
like
I'm not jumping in the hole.
looking around, does there appear to be any sort of like stairs that were built to go into the chasm, or like a pulley system for people to explore it, or this place was absolutely sacred, no one was to go into the chasm?
Unfortunately, there isn't enough information found on the ruins.
No, I'm looking with my eyeballs.
Oh,
Can't read Dwarvish. I don't care what the ruins say.
I thought you were like sending Braenna to like get more answers from the Dwarvish.
No, I'm looking.
There does not appear to be any stairs that lead down.
Oh, the rain
Braenna, as
has
you're
started. Sorry.
I don't think it's
Braenna, if you do inspect this archway, you will read that about a sacred ritual ceremony that happens twice a year, each on an equinox.
I look up at
When
the
the sun- Yeah, when the sun was the highest point in the sky on the equinox, they would toss 14 dwarves into the chasm to be sacrificed to what lies below.
Well, we got a slight problem because we only got 1 dwarf here, and they get 14 dwarves down there. But I wouldn't want to do that anyways.
I didn't know dwarves were a sacrificial type of race.
I feel like this is something that's a little weird. Because, yeah, no.
Definitely
out
doesn't
of
have
the
any
ordinary.
historical parallels that I have heard of before.
Does this feel more like a cult than a religion?
The worshiping a hole in the ground? I feel like that's your answer.
I don't know anything about dwarves. Holes in the
People
ground might be
worship
very
these things.
sacred to you. I don't want to impose and be rude. I just didn't think that they were big on the sacrifice.
No.
I mean, not many. Well, that's a lie. It kind of depends on the deity. Because you have some people that are like, sacrifices. Oh, like,
So, I mean, some of them unnamed gods, people like to do that, but like...
Yeah, but like...
But
I
like,
don't- or,
all my
gods
gods
of
are
the hunt.
named, and they don't do that.
Could I think of like... Are there like... Just like the talk about like ceremony, everything kind of related to this. I mean, just can I get the sense like, yeah, this pretty culty, like affected by whatever is going on, or is there like some malevolent... Actually, maybe the better question, were the dwarves the one that bound the whatever creature it was to the chasm? Because if they bound it together, why would they also form like a religion or a cult around it.
Maybe the binding of the creature was thousands and thousands of years ago, and then the new dwarves that came lost that knowledge and just were all like, oh, a big hole in the ground must be sacred.
Maybe it's just like bound in the way that it's written and they're not necessarily like actually magically connected.
You are unaware of that answer. There's no writing or anything that would tell you exactly when chasmed and thing started.
All I can really tell is everything's real old.
Nobody knows when the cat.
So this chasm probably just always was.
And always will be. Amen. That's what people say, right?
Hallelujah.
Okay,
Umbran, roll me a perception check.
Oh, gladly. 1 second. Think about that while I roll my dice. Perception, not great. That's 11.
All right. You see some mushrooms on the side of the chasm. Like wall
Moxie, come
mushrooms.
look at these.
Oh,
You are-
mushrooms.
You are a leading knowledge of mushrooms. Perhaps
I-
you will glean something.
That's a lot. That's a lot to say about that. But I guess I could go ahead and maybe see if I recognize them from my time of taking a lot of mushrooms.
I mean, I know as much about mushrooms as I do about religion and the inside of a humanoid body, so mushroom
Same.
away.
Oh, that's disappointing. 9.
Canari, come look at these mushrooms.
Yeah, you see those mushrooms. They're like 30 feet down.
Those
Oh,
are
I mean,
some
I could-
mushrooms, man.
Would you like me to grab some? I have a mage hand. I can just pick one up and there
mean,
might
do you
be
think-
spores on it.
Do you think all mushrooms have the same drug spores, or is that just like special friends giving us special treats?
I think that might be special friends, but we could definitely check. I'm going to cast Mage Hand and have that ethereal doll's hand come out and just go 30 feet down and grab one and bring it back up to us.
You grab one, and it floats up and comes and puts it in Moxie's hand. It's
Now eat it.
very easily detached from the wall. It's like one of those shelf mushrooms that you find on a tree. Not really like the most secure type of creature, but the mushroom seems to be spongy, firm.
Okay, and I'm gonna eat it.
All right, you eat it. Roll me a perception check using taste.
Ooh, getting all the senses in here.
That's gonna be a. Wow, I wish I could math.
Just say your numbers and we'll math for you.
It's a 19 plus 6. Normally I can math a
25.
little
25.
faster, and I'm just not. Sorry. Yeah, so 25 to taste.
Ooh.
It doesn't taste good. It hasn't really been like sauteed or anything. It's just like very plain and fleshy and tastes like dirt.
It tastes like a mushroom.
But there's nothing in the flavor of it that would make you be concerned for your health.
Not a concerning dirt taste.
No, just a dirt taste. Like what you come to expect, you know, from a mushroom that hasn't been cooked. Or not you, but just in general.
Not me.
The royal you,
Yes, of course.
as some people claim, but not like you know, like royalty or anything. I don't know, any kings or like I don't know, whatever.
Do we have kings in the Magisterium?
No.
Okay,
I can't
no.
remember. I didn't think we did, but you know,
I-
we know.
I
of
didn't either.
In the
I've met many a
Magisterium.
noble, but never a king.
Oh man, I wonder what it would take to become king.
A lot of gold.
You just hear from the chasm, so you wish to be king.
Oh no! The
But that doesn't
chasm's
happen.
speaking. Okay.
Is there anything else interesting besides those mushrooms within the top 30 feet?
There is a few other clumps of mushrooms that you see as you get a little bit closer. Very much similar to the shelf mushrooms. Canari, do you approach the side?
Yeah, I would.
When you ask like that, I don't.
No.
Well,
I
no.
think as I get
Canari
close,
can see out 300 feet into
Yeah.
darkness. With your special eyes.
Should I gather mushrooms to bring back to the ship if they're an edible source of nutrients?
I guess. Yeah, why not?
Might as well. I'm gonna spend my time just mage handing mushrooms and putting them in like a bag.
All right.
Bring it back.
You'll get 5 pounds of mushrooms.
Nice.
And Canari, once you get to the side, you see that further down, probably past the 100-foot level, mushrooms start to populate more. There seems to be a plethora of mushrooms down this 2-mile chasm.
Vrexil is next to Canari using the Gem of Brightness like as a super flashlight, using the beam version to just kind of like...
would I? Okay, before I ask this, I'm gonna cast Borrowed Knowledge,
Yes.
and I'm gonna give myself proficiency in. Should I do nature or perception? I feel like nature makes more sense here. Yeah, I'll give myself proficiency in nature.
Would you like to do a nature check on the mushrooms?
Yeah, I kind of want to figure out what's going on, and I'm gonna guide myself.
All right.
Okay. That is a 16.
Vrexil will add Flash of Genius to make it a 21.
Ooh.
And you're like, here's something I know about mushrooms. And then Vrexil's like, well, actually.
Totally.
Actually.
You know that mushrooms require 2 things to thrive: moisture and decaying matter. So the further you go down, as the number of mushrooms increases, you would think that the moisture probably increases as well. And in terms of what has deceased or what is decaying, you are unsure.
Okay, so maybe let's. I mean, mushrooms. Well, mushrooms, they need. It's rotting, essentially. It's kind of that circle of life and everything like that. You didn't eat any of them yet, did you?
What do we think the range on Speak with Dead is?
I don't have it prepared today, if that's what you're wondering.
The candle has Speak with Dead.
I mean, I think it has to be within. I thought you have to touch it in order to.
Oh, the touch. That's not helpful.
The ledge that's down there with that Canari saw, is it is it a ledge that could be stood upon, or is it wide enough to do that, or is it just kind of growing along the walls?
There's no ledge, but it was at 100 feet. That's when the mushrooms started growing.
Okay.
More
there's
populous.
There's not anywhere that it looks like you could feasibly try and.
If you look specifically, you will see that here and there are points that you could land on. They're covered in mushrooms, though.
Are there any small animals around here besides Jerome?
You can roll me a perception check on that. See what you saw.
Nothing, because that's a 7.
Ooh.
Just a 7?
Just a 7, sorry.
You saw a snake earlier. Slytherin 7.
I'm trying to go
Boo.
find the snake around.
Are you gonna talk to the snake?
No, talk to the snake. I want to catch the snake, tie a rope to it, and put it down, and see if the mushrooms try to eat it.
All right, roll me survival check to track
I
down the
don't-
snake.
I don't feel like that's necessary.
Uh,
I do not care for the snake.
what am I doing?
It's not anything to you.
You hear Jerome trying to get your attention from wherever you keep him.
He stays in my hood, on my thing.
Oh, okay. So he crawls up and he gets a little closer and he says, "Master, please keep me away from all snakes."
I now remember that I can cast message, so I can talk to Jerome without being suspicious. I'm not going to let a snake eat you. Quiet down.
What was I rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
Gotta find that snake.
Dirty 20. 19 on the die.
All right. I'm gonna roll a
God.
stealth check for it. You find the snake. That does not appear venomous. It appears to be the type that has no venom.
Cool.
I was gonna say something else, but I'm like, you didn't roll a nature check. You wouldn't know this.
No. Braenna wouldn't care anyways. I will.
Don't throw a snake down in there to see if mushrooms eat it.
You just see
What are
Braenna
you,
holding the
a
snake.
sociopath? Snake
it was-
down.
It's just a snake. Who cares? Like tie a rope to it and see
Oh,
what the
yeah.
what the mushrooms do.
How are you going to tie a rope to a snake?
Like
There's nothing for the rope to catch on.
You
It
could
doesn't
take
have
one,
legs.
you could take one end of the snake and one end of the thing, and then you lash
it's
them
a little like slip knot zoop, zoop thing, and it's on two sides and it's fine.
No, put
You're gonna slip out the
down.
snake?
Yes.
the snake
No, not
down.
the snake. The rope is slip knotted.
Alright.
Leave the snake alone.
The snake rolled in an attack roll. It was
Okay.
18.
Can I give the snake advantage? What does that
To
happen
see
the
if it
snake?
can get you good. And it will hit,
Yo.
so you will take 1 piercing damage.
Ow. Hey.
Put the snake down. The snake doesn't deserve this treatment.
Okay, maybe we should just.
What else are we gonna do? Like, do you want to go down in the mushrooms and see if they eat you? Because I prefer a snake to me.
I don't think the mushrooms are going to eat anyone. I definitely don't think the mushrooms have the key.
Based on what I can see, can I like look down and are any of them like? Do they seem poisonous? Like, if we ingest them, what happens? Are we just eating dead dwarves?
You would not know
Has anything happened to me
unless
yet?
you were to grab them. Nope, you're okay.
I have boots of levitation.
Well,
will
I
go
could
down.
I can fly.
It's dark down there, so.
I mean, we could all just climb on my armor and then I'll just cast Featherfall once we see the bottom.
I can cast levitate though.
What? Okay.
Just fall for 2
Do we
minutes.
have to? I feel like we have a
I
long
would-
itinerary of things to get done on this
I
island.
will
don't
gladly sacrifice myself for this snake. So he may go free and continue his life.
I think he's trapped or just like, I don't know, having a big nap.
I caught a snake, by the way, Meg.
Okay, sorry.
think- He's currently attached by the fangs into Braenna's arm.
Oh.
And I've tied
Let's
I've tied
tie
a
a
knot
rope
I've tied
around
a
snake.
rope around
Let's tie a rope
to see if the
around a
mushrooms
snake.
eat it.
We have
Leave the
0 brain
snake
cells.
alone.
What the hell is wrong with us right now?
We don't have 0 brain cells. We only have one member with all of the brain cells, and that's not fair to them to consistently.
And his idea is to skydive into the chasm.
Yeah, so, you know, we have questionable brain cells, but brain cells nonetheless.
I just remembered that I gave Vrexil the ability to turn a spider bot into an octopus bot.
Yeah, you did.
Did.
So,
Well, that's not going to help with this issue.
or will it?
Or will it, Right.
Levitate.
Like, how octopus are we talking here? Like, tentacle things and like, you know, suction cups and all, or?
Not like that.
Okay, well.
They're more for aesthetics.
Dang it.
So what are we doing now? I have the snake on my arm still. It's like a little stuck.
I would like to unlatch the snake from Braenna's arm and put it back in the grass.
But
Okay,
this
give
is
me
a
an
good
animal handling
plan.
check.
No, we do not sacrifice snakes for our own selfish adventurer bidding.
I'm gonna
Master.
use it.
Master, sacrifice the snake.
You're gonna
It's not
shut
worth
your
it.
mouth, or you're going to be sacrificed if you don't watch it. I'm gonna cast message. Very unfortunate if you lose your grand plans by me chucking you into a chasm.
I'm just gonna use Steps of Night. I'll take 2 dash actions to get down to like the 100-foot level, and I'll see what happens.
All right.
I'll jump in if you need me to.
I will
Sure.
keep my grappling gun trained on Canari in case anything happens. I can grab onto the grapple gun and pull it back.
All right.
I'll tie
So-
my rope onto Braenna's rope, and just that'll give us
I
100 foot.
my rope onto Braenna's snake. It gives an extra 2 feet of rope.
So Canari,
So I'll bring that down with me as Braenna's holding onto the end, just in case something goes wrong.
I got you. Don't
you
worry.
start
Cool.
dancing through the sky, going down until you reach that 100-foot point where the mushrooms start to become more populous.
Just Naruto run straight down.
After a magical girl
Ugh.
transformation, so you have your night boots.
Yeah.
You just,
Yeah, I do a full dance.
The light,
The
Light-
crescent moon shows behind me. Just
Canari.
wherever you like step, a little burst of light happens. And everyone who's watching just sees the lights kind of go into this darkness. And Canari,
Mhm.
I need you to tell everyone that you are okay. Because you are okay. Nothing happened.
I'm fine. I'm good. At this level, since I still have proficiency with nature, can I look at them and identify if they're toxic or not? Or just like if they're the same mushrooms that Umbran was picking?
Yeah, roll me a nature check.
I just saw the lightning flash behind me.
I saw it too.
So,
Looking.
nature
Give me
check, you said?
soda. Yes.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
guide myself
we're
as
getting
well.
we're getting the storms that dropped a tornado in Lincoln, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Everyone be safe. It's
22.
just kind of cold here.
There's a mixture. Some of the mushrooms, they're not like, it's not entirely covered. It's just like, here's a patch, here's a patch, here's a patch. You start checking them and they appear to be a variety. Some are edible, morels, and then some probably would give you a stomach ache. Nothing's like outright like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. None of the mushrooms like that. And it appears as though there's a little bit of moss as well in clumps. So maybe the mushrooms aren't like the only thing down here. The moss might contribute to the mushroom's source of food, but you also do find roots that sort of like poke into and out of the ground as if there's underground plant systems that are operating. And mushrooms will eat those as well. And you find one more interesting thing.
Yes.
You find a scroll.
You said a squirrel.
I want
You're
a
saying you found a
squirrel.
scroll, like
Is
in
it just like
Marvel movies.
on the side of this thing? Is it like sticking out Indiana Jones style? Just like
There's like a little ledge that had some of the mushrooms as you were inspecting, like one of the ones that Vrexil pointed out. And just sort of like nestled up on a rock, there seems to have been a scroll that has been caught.
I will go down to the ledge and grab the scroll. Actually, can I check to see if it's like trapped or anything, or if like some?
Yeah,
I do
give me an
that.
investigation check.
sweet Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna use a different die because that one's better. 11.
You think it is okay.
Okay. I'll take it.
You take it. It seems to be in pristine quality. Surprising, considering how moist these walls are.
Okay. If I don't see anything else, I'll just head on back up.
You head back up. You all see Canari emerge with a scroll in hand and a bundle of morel mushrooms.
I figured it adds a little bit of something to the stew. There's other, like, moss and roots and stuff. I don't think it's all dwarves, especially, like, this high up decay.
A giant monster corpse.
Surprisingly, no, if I grow, a bunch of mushrooms on my shoulders, I can figure something out. But I didn't seem like anything more. I mean, at that point, it would have seemed 400 feet down, nothing different. Just all the mushrooms grew thicker.
Well, if you went about a mile down and you didn't see anything, then I guess there's nothing to see. But what's in your
I've
hand?
seen it somewhere else, or
It's-
it left.
I did find I found a scroll. I have no
See,
clue.
a snake wouldn't have found that, now would it?
That's not
Maybe.
a snake's job. The snake's job is to make sure it didn't get eaten.
Well, I'm glad we sent Canari. What's in the scroll?
You're never trust mushrooms.
I'm also glad
Wow.
she didn't get eaten.
I'll open up the. Can we, like? I'll just put it on the back of, like, Vrexil's armor on top of the trunk and just, like, spread it out.
You spread it out. It's not that large of a scroll. It's kind of just fits in real nice as you spread it out. The pages unfurl. And what you see on this scroll, it appears to be a message written in Dwarvish. So, you have Braenna come up, try to translate for you, and it's about this Dwarven temple and this chasm and the relationship between the two. And this actually gives you a little history on how this all came about. The chasm appeared one day. The dwarves who were living here, they were worshipping the usual, Moradin. But after the chasm appeared, they all somehow switched to worshipping this chasm and whatever lies below. And this is signed by Master Explorer Pilgris Oxford.
Dude, is that name familiar at all?
No.
What was the name
Tilgris
again?
Oxford?
Pilgris Oxford.
Tilgris?
Here, I will type it.
Thank you.
Oh, and ox as in like ox cable.
Oh,
It doesn't say why. It doesn't say why
Uh-oh.
they changed. It just says that they changed.
It appears to be, after taking some more glances at it and maybe handing it off to Vrexil, it appears to be a scroll. These are research notes. Somebody must have come to research this religion, written research notes, and then it ended up in the chasm.
So was
But
it?
it's perfectly preserved, despite seemingly being hundreds of years old.
So was this like a an accounting of somebody experiencing this like as it was happening, of like, everybody around me is turning to this and I'm not, or is it after the fact I've determined that?
Yes, after the fact, I have determined that these dwarves have strayed away from Warden and embraced the chasm as their lord and master.
And do we get any indication if Pilgris is a dwarf or not?
No, but it
You
was
said-
written in Dwarvish.
You said that it's like it's 100 years old or so, but it's like looks brand new.
Hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Based on the erosion and everything that happened. And
Hey, Moxie, how you feeling? You want to worship a cavern or chasm or anything?
No. I'm still pretty good with my, peace stuff.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't the mushrooms, or maybe it just takes a while. If it is the mushrooms.
I don't know. Check back with me in like an hour, and maybe. Maybe I'll want to dive deep into the chasm.
I kind of want to anyways, but I don't have any mushrooms, so I don't think that'd be a good indication.
Okay.
I feel like we've gotten everything we really need to right now
Yeah.
out of this, unless we find, we go through the rest of the island and then find nothing and then have to come back here, but at least we'll kind of know what we're getting ourselves into.
Shall we move on then?
Yeah, I don't think we need to spend too much more time. It doesn't seem like this is a way to get like into the mountain, right? So
there's no entrance into the mountains here. You see the towers at the top, and there's probably an entrance there, according to Braenna. Because those would be watchtowers, and so there would be a way to get into the watchtower and then back down.
Yep. That's what I would say.
Cool.
So let's go that way then?
Are we heading over to the town, or are we heading up into the mountains?
I think we should go in the mountains, because I think that's where the key's gonna be.
True.
I agree.
I just don't know if we need to, if we want to clear the whatever's in the town first, just so we can get the crew busy, and then we have more time to explore.
plus maybe there's an easier entrance than climbing all the way up, right? If they were like connected to the town at all.
Suppose you guys might, some of y'all might need easier to climb, but yeah. That'd be fine.
So off
Yeah, to the town.
to the town then?
Yep.
Yeah.
In the middle of
So
the
you
night.
Start walking, and it takes you around 3 miles to get to the edge of the town. So it's not too much of a walk. And you go across these stabby rocks that jut up into the sky, and you see a variety of just trees that seem to have died a long time ago, and that was just the barren branches and trunk. And you get to the town. What you see at first, what appears to be a sort of clock tower, a little church temple-ish thing with a graveyard right next to it, and then stone architecture. This place seems to be around the same time as the other ruins, but this was more so a place where people lived, shopped, and experienced life.
The only notable things were like you said a clock tower, and then what else?
Clock tower, a little temple, and then a graveyard cemetery next to it.
So I have everything super small on my or like I have tons of tabs. This is small on my screen. I thought 5 was the town and not 1, so that's why I was confused.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
5. That's where the secret one that no one has returned from
Okay.
is.
Okay, this makes more sense. I was a little confused. I was like, but okay, everything is fine. I'm good at asking clarifying questions.
right. So what would you like to do now that you're by this town?
Braenna's just gonna kind of wander. I feel like she'd kind of know generally where things might be in a dwarven town.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna wander and see if she finds anything fun.
Yeah. You start to think about this town in relation to the Dwarven kingdom city below the mountains. And you're thinking that this is a place where dwarves who had trade goods, like they made things. This is a place where they would live and then sell their wares and the things that they've made to people who would come to the islands, merchants, traders, and such. So it's an outpost, but people lived here full time, and so it became its kind of own little entity outside of the mountains. But because of that, you do know that there should be an entrance into the mountains near this town, if it has that type of relationship. Other than that, it's just ruins. Anything valuable might have been picked away by other people before. Anything obvious.
And mostly we're looking for threats, right? Just to make sure that the town is safe for the crew to come and salvage whatever they can.
Well, I guess too, like we can also kind of look around to see if we get any idea of like what maybe happened here, right?
Do we care what happened here? I mean, we're just looking for the key, right? I don't need to know the whole backstory of fake dwarven races who died to a cult of the chasm.
Well, maybe some of it would help us figure out where they hold the key.
Braenna, you find a word
scratched
scratched into some of the stone, and then it appears a few more times. And it is etched in Dwarven, but essentially it spells a name. Or what you think might be a name. Argadon. But it definitely wasn't craftily put into the stone. It appears to have been scratched there by a knife or a dagger or something.
Well, this is interesting. What? Argonon, you said?
Argadon.
Argonon, that's not...
Argadon.
Don.
Yes.
D. Got it.
Mr. D.
Argadon. That...
It does not sound familiar to you.
It doesn't sound familiar. It doesn't sound like a dwarven name either, TBH.
Well, I mean, is Andrew the best dwarven name, like, example? Or
100% yes, it is.
just making sure, because Argadon
Actually-
seems pretty close to Andrew to me.
Actually, his brother's name was Drew, and so they said Drew and Drew.
That's how it came to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So,
Again, I know as much about dwarves as I do about both.
Yeah, this Argadon. Argadon is scrawled everywhere. Except for it's like in some terrible handwriting. It's very hard to read. I'm guessing that maybe the cavern monster.
has anyone else
Chasm.
done any searching? Or
Sorry?
want to do any searching?
Umbran is specifically looking for threats, for monsters, for some shambling zombies.
All right.
Very much dedicated to the cause. Captain Barbarossa said, clear out the town so it's safe. That's what Umbran's been keeping an eye out for.
All right. I will have you roll a perception check. Anyone investigating?
Vrexil's taking the opposite tack and is trying to find out what happened here, why it's abandoned, if anything's to have swept through here.
All right. So roll me an investigation check. And you said 16?
15.
15. All right.
13 plus 2.
Canari help Vrexil try and piece things together, either by looking around at the graveyard and kind of seeing, if there are any causes of death listed, or...
Yeah.
I already have advantage from the eyes.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Take your own shot at it. But
Sure.
I rolled a 22.
I'll look in the graveyard and see what I can find out there.
Moxie would probably be hanging out with Canari near like the temple graveyard area to help look around, so you can have some advantage.
Oh, advantage for that?
Appears to be no hints as to what happened to the town other than the name Argadon. It's a whole, like Croatoan Roanoke situation you got here.
What did you want me to roll? Investigation at the...
If it's a graveyard / cemetery, you would fare using any of the intelligence skills. History, well, not any. History,
I'd like to roll medicine.
investigation. That's wisdom.
Isn't religion
History,
intelligence?
investigation.
Forgot.
And there was one other.
Isn't religion
You just gotta
intelligence?
get your hands into
Yes.
the body and just really feel around.
Religion, history, investigation.
I
Anyone-
hate that fucking medicine is a wisdom skill. That's the dumbest
too.
shit in the world.
Yeah, it's
If-
weird.
if-
Religion and
From-
history are the same, so I have a 24.
Okay. With a 24, as you're looking around, you find a chest next to one of the cemeteries. One of the stones in the cemetery. There's so many cemeteries here. And Vrexil, again, with your 22, you actually don't find anything. But in your searching, you do find what appears to be a... it used to be a medical place. You can see sort of some of the inscriptions on the walls kind of detail that this is a place of medicine, and this seems to be full of different memorabilia, little stone effigies, little pots, cups, things from a time long ago. It seems to be this
Did
little
you-
medical
oh.
wing, medical center, had the most activity towards before whatever happened.
Okay.
And yeah, so Canari, you got a chest.
Yeah.
It looks untouched. Everything else around here seems to have been ransacked.
It's a minute.
I was debating casting Moonbeam or not. Okay, so I had a 24. The chest is there. Is it like the scroll, where it's just in pristine condition?
It's not. It seems to have a little bit of deterioration on its wooden exterior, but beyond that, it just doesn't appear to have been opened, pushed around. It's been there for a while.
Could I? I don't know if Canari would have known. I don't think she would have dealt with a mimic before, so I don't know if she knows.
That would be an Arcana check if you wanted to see.
I'll roll Arcana and see if there's anything weird with it. Guide myself. Oh. Hey, 19.
You know that if it were a mimic, there's no way that you would be able to know, except by touching it, or it attacking you. They're really sticky.
Canari will just look at Moxie and say, so I'm gonna poke it with a stick,
Uh-huh.
and if I
Tried
die,
and true method.
and if I die, find Vrexil. There's the Revivifies in the gem. It'll be fine.
Wouldn't it be better if I touched it and you found Vrexil?
Well, I could just cast Revivify. Okay, yeah, this makes more sense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And then Moxie just puts her hand on it. She
You just-
punches it.
Do you punch it?
Yeah.
Are you trying to like punch it open? Or are you like putting some real good force behind it?
No, she's just like you know when you pretend punch things, where you're like, ah, you.
Oh, okay.
But like,
Affectionate.
Your fist
Eh.
just bounces off of the surface.
I'm gonna punch it one more time, a little harder.
How hard?
Like a medium punch. Like if your friend was a frail being, it would probably hurt. If I punched Vrexil, it would hurt. If I punched Canari, it probably wouldn't. She's used to it.
Oh, okay. You punch it a little harder, and your knuckles just get a little red. It stings a
Okay.
little.
I'm gonna to kick it one time, just to be sure. I don't know.
Just
what is
beating
it
the
to-
shit out of this chest.
I'm just checking to make sure it's not being super sneaky or something. And then she's just
Canari's just
shrug
watching this. She's just sitting there watching her.
and be like,
I
"Is
have a
that
hand
enough?"
on the diamond.
I'm ready to revivify.
When you
I'm just
kick it-
waiting.
You actually kick it with a decent amount of force, where if this was like older wood or anything, it would have probably broke. So this seems to be reinforced with something.
Imagine.
It's not a mimic, I guess. Well, I mean, is that all you need?
Why don't we? I'm gonna see if it opens. Canari will walk up to it and just like see if it's unlocked.
You try to open it, and it is locked.
I really wanted it to just like spill open.
Okay.
You could punch it with actual force.
Well, Umbran's able to unlock things really easily. Why don't we just bring it back to him?
That's probably a better idea.
Okay, you grab one side, I grab the other.
Okay.
All right, I need you both to roll me athletics checks.
Oh God, I'll guide myself.
My best skill.
There are handles on the sides.
Is that an advantage?
No, because you're both doing it.
I got a 10.
Canari, you cannot
got-
pick it up. It's too heavy.
I got a 19.
Moxie picks up her end,
I thought you were picking it up.
but it is very heavy.
Okay, well,
Probably like over 100 pounds.
gross.
Oh, man. Okay, let's go again.
Okay.
We got it this time.
Actually,
Yeah.
it would probably be. Let's say it's around 300 pounds.
That's a lot.
100 pounds is easy for two people
Oh,
to pick up.
much better.
You say
22.
that, but I've tried to lift something that's 100 pounds with my sister before, and she couldn't pick up her end, so.
Oh my gosh.
I have,
Oh,
Yeah.
god damn it. Can I say that I was already just holding it up and I didn't put it down? Because I don't think I did. Otherwise.
Yeah, you didn't put it down.
Okay, cool.
We're still running with that 19.
Okay, cool.
I got a
That
22.
would've been an
A
8.
22.
There
All right,
you go.
Canari, you lift with your legs and not your back. You strain, you toot a little, and then you manage to get it up a little bit. Probably even up a little bit higher than Moxie's. So then Moxie tries to pick it up a little bit higher than your end.
We're just making aggressive eye contact the whole time. It's really just like bringing it up.
It is very
Best
heavy,
friend thing.
but
Yeah, you know.
you start walking it back to the group,
Yeah.
and then when you see the group, you just drop it
Moxie
down, and it just
insists on walking backwards to be tougher.
Aww.
the chest
I
hits
already
the
know
ground,
you're tough.
and you hear a metallic thump as it hits the ground.
What'd you guys find?
Brent, I don't know. It's a weird chest and it's really heavy.
You know, I could have helped with that if you would have liked me to.
I mean,
Oh, that would have probably been a way better idea.
no, we had it. It was fine.
I
you
guess,
were-
but then we wouldn't have had to have lifted.
Well, I don't know. Next time there's a really heavy thing, Braenna, I'll let you know. But
Okay, thank you. Because, you know,
Yeah.
that's kind of my whole reason for being here is to
Well,
lift stuff
it's
and
not
I mean,
your
lift
you're
things
here for
hard.
more than just lifting.
Yeah.
You're here for smashing, for being a good friend.
Can I smash the
Don't sell
crate?
yourself short.
And you're the only one who can read Dwarvish.
Smashing.
Yeah.
And the only one that can wait, can what?
You
Read
can read
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish.
Oh, read Dwarvish. Yeah, that's true.
So you have many skills. I'm going to A, check if it's trapped. For a 21.
Probably would have been a good idea while I was punching it.
It is not trapped.
It's
All
fine.
right, good.
We were checking if it was a mimic. We had other important issues.
And then that's a 25 to unlock it.
It does not unlock.
What
Oh,
what
no.
what kind of lock is on it? If you can get it, Umbran?
It might be an enchanted lock.
Is it a magic
No.
lock? Is that a thing that can happen?
It sure is.
Think it'd help if
Will
I hit
you
it?
allow me? No, I'm sure the girls did enough of that on their own, knowing them.
I mean, I didn't hit it hard though. I could kick it more.
Braenna,
Yes.
you feel something warm in your pocket.
Does anyone
I-
have
I
detect
reach
magic
into
on
my
them?
pocket and pull out what's ever in
The
there.
key.
When did we find a key?
There, I have a key.
That's a snake.
It does not look like the key that Team Genie had. It looks like a key that would fit in the lock of this chest.
This metal is very similar to that lock on that chest. Should I try it?
Yeah.
By all means,
Why not?
your ghost key away.
Braenna, when you get closer, you're recognizing that the wood exterior is more for appearance, but the metallic casing around it, entirely Dwarven, and made for only a dwarf to open. You stick the key in, it fits snugly. You twist it, you hear it unlatch, and inside is a belt.
What is this belt? I would like to know what the belt is right now, please. Like, this is me. This is not Brandon. This is me. I would like to know what that belt is right now,
We all
please.
know what the belt is.
Loot.
We all know what
You
the belt
know.
is.
That it is a belt of Dwarven kind.
Brenna, you can finally grow a beard now. I'm so proud of you.
I would like this belt, guys. Would that be okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
It does require attunement,
Oh no.
but that you do get a
There's a constitution buff in it for you.
yeah. What is it?
And the ability to maybe grow a beard every day. Yay.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part. Update your character art.
Let's see.
You can braid that too.
Oh no, my
Oh,
barbarian has a belt of dwarvish kind. I keep forgetting to make him roll for beards.
Oh, your constitution's
get
only
on that.
16.
My constitution, but here's the thing. Unarmored defense.
It's not armor.
This doesn't count as armor.
No, I know, but unarmored defense.
it'll bump.
Oh yeah, it'll bump
It'll
your
bump
AC.
your
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
bump AC
exactly.
and hit points. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I
And you
know
have
that
advantage.
because my poor
Hunters.
barbarian started off the game with a 13 constitution, which is terrible for a barbarian. It's so bad. I just kept throwing constitution magic items for him, like, be better.
Umbran,
Stop
you
being
see
bad.
movement out of the corner of your eye.
Better.
I was waiting for this. I'm prepared. What is it?
You just start-
Terminator running, just.
I see it. I throw a knife at it. Already.
and a knife is flung and it hits
What?
a dead tree, and right
Let's
before
go.
the knife, you see a dwarven man, except pale white hair.
Ghost! I
This
said it!
is a darrow, as
Oh.
opposed to a dwarf.
Is he alive?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, and here I thought it was a ghost.
Oh, he seems friendly. Hello.
Hello.
Well, you're very fortunate. That dagger was meant to kill.
Well, I've always been told I have good reflexes.
Would you like to explain what you're doing here?
Well, you see, I haven't seen people around in quite some time. But, what are you doing here?
We're looking for a key.
Hanging out.
A key that's not the key we accidentally found on our pockets.
A key. Well,
I think it might be in the mountain. That's my guess, but I don't know for sure.
my friend has mentioned a key. That, there is a key on the island. I'd never seen it, and he hasn't told me.
I think we
Can we
started
talk
off
to
on the
your
wrong
friend?
foot. What's your name?
Oh, do I have a name?
I don't know. You're the only one who could tell us that.
It's been quite some time since I've had to talk to anybody, and quite some time since someone has said my name.
Well, if you
So-
don't remember it, you can make one up. We do it for people all the time.
Well, how about you just call me,
Poppin'.
Depp.
Poppin' fresh.
Poppin'?
Depp.
No,
Depp?
Depp. Yep, Depp.
Yeah.
Depp.
Depp.
It's wonderful
Like
to meet
Johnny?
you, Depp.
Who?
Get out of here.
But I mean, like, out of character, like Johnny.
Yeah, but my friends might know about that key. If it's the same
And-
key.
And there are more of you on the island? Or is your friend something else?
No, it's just me and my friends.
Does your friend live at the bottom of a giant chasm?
Is
No,
your friend a mushroom?
no. But, he is on the underneath the other islands. So we would have to cross
No.
the farms.
How to get inside the?
I'm sorry. Cross the what?
The farms. It's just a long trip. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they don't grow anything that you can eat anymore.
And the farms, I'm assuming, are the tunnels underwater that lead to the other island.
Yeah, the dwarves of old, they created an irrigation system to purify the water and then let it drain onto the farms.
You put seawater in your farms?
They took the salt out of it,
Okay.
but I didn't know that. My friend told me that.
And again, your friend is,
Oh yeah, he's over there on the other island.
and he is a
Well,
What?
I thought he was just a chap like me.
ghost? An animal?
No, he is not a
monster?
ghost. Mm-mm.
I don't feel like we're going to be getting anywhere with this.
I guess it'll be a surprise.
Oh, I hate surprises.
Okay.
Well, I could find out first and then tell you, and then it wouldn't be a surprise.
True.
Oh, and if you want to leave your dwarven friend on the island to be my friend, too.
No.
All right.
She can speak for herself, but the answer will probably be no.
Yeah, I'm not. No, thank you.
You might like it here. but
I might like it
also-
where I actually live too. So
Do you
Yeah.
like it here?
it's not bad.
There's
I have
other
my
islands
friend.
with more people on them. You don't
Yeah,
have
but-
to stay here. We have a ship. We could take you somewhere else if you prefer.
No, I asked my friend, and he said that well, no,
It
it's
doesn't
not
seem
good
like a
to
good
leave the
friendship.
island.
Seems
Eh,
like your friend is very manipulative. He's keeping you from true happiness.
well, you'll have to meet him. I
Canari
can't
just
really
looks
speak on his
over at
character.
Umbran, just like,
He's the only friend I have.
You could have more friends, though. We have a whole boat full of friends.
All right.
That is easy.
what does your friend look like? Did we ask him that already?
Several times.
But like, does he look
Yeah.
like does he
I
look
think
like
he's over
you, or
there.
does he look like something else?
No, it doesn't look like me. He
If you were looking at him and you were looking at a snake, would you be able to tell which one was the difference?
yeah, my friend's not a snake.
Okay, well, I just
Alright. We
Wanna
confirmed
make sure.
his
He's-
friend, not a mushroom, not a
he's
snake,
got,
not a ghost.
I can tell you that he's got something wrong with his skin.
It wouldn't be
like
another
pus
vampire.
or
Zombie.
I think there is pus in him.
ew.
Does one of us have a medallion of thoughts?
I think we sold
it.
Sold it. Oh,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, but they're like boils. Like he's
Oh,
got
your-
a like
is your
he's got a
friend a troll?
disease or something.
A Fomorian, a troll.
I could-
Not a troll. No.
Confirmed a monster, though, yes?
No, you just said that he's like sickly, kind of, I guess, right?
Yeah, and he's not much bigger than you. And points at Moxie.
I mean, I'm the biggest one here, so
No, I
Yeah.
think that was the reason that he pointed at you. Does he look like her? Like a human?
No, he looks much sicker.
You can still be a human and be sick, from my knowledge of diseases.
Yeah, but he seems really sick. Yeah, that he does.
I could.
I
take a
am
look at
having
him.
second thoughts about bringing my flesh friends to meet yours.
Well, I mean, I made a
take
flesh.
your flesh friends anywhere.
I'm worried you'll get diseased. Whatever this is, perchance might be contagious.
No, we'll probably be fine.
You say that.
Well,
yeah, I
but we
did
have
say
no
it.
way of knowing.
I'm fine. But
I don't think you count. Thank you, though.
all
He's
right.
fine.
I could take a look and see if there's anything I could do. I'm
You know,
a bit of a healer.
he might really appreciate that.
Sure, I just need
Yeah.
to make a couple of quick calls really quick if you'll excuse me for just a moment.
But
Okay.
just to double check, you're not gonna kill me, are you?
Oh, we might.
All right.
okay, that's no. We're
Listen, I just want to be honest.
well, I know, but sometimes.
I mean, we won't kill you unless you tried to kill us.
That's
in which
true.
case it would be defense.
We're not gonna unprompt. Like,
So
we're not
are
just
you
gonna
gonna try to kill us?
you.
Are you lying to us in any regard? You seem a little uncooperative.
I don't understand how I've been uncooperative, but I can tell you that I'm not lying. And I forgot your question already, love.
Were you
I'm
gonna
sorry.
kill us?
Oh no, I'm
Okay.
probably the same arrangement. If you I'll kill me, then I might have to kill you.
Yeah. Defense. We're all in the defense team. So, no.
Yeah. You know what they say about the fence?
That don't cross it. It's
Yeah.
electric. Do.
Oh
I'm.
no,
Are there-
that's not what they say.
Oh, someone said it once.
Yeah, I think that might be a monk con thing. You know, that
Yeah.
they're very big on not crossing fences. You're kind of an outlier in that regard.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's a
go
nice
around.
belt that you got there.
Braenna.
I think.
Hmm?
Yeah, it
He's-
looks like
he's
something like
complimented your belt.
the dwarves made.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool, and I've already kind of wrapped it around myself. Yes.
Hey, it's pretty slimming on you.
That's what
I
I'm
think
to
it's
say.
going to be very helpful, and I think it's starting to already like. I don't know, how does Constitution manifest?
You
Uh,
feel like you could
stronger.
eat anything, and you wouldn't like you could eat the rotten food at that one house that we went to, and you wouldn't have thrown up.
Your cheeks just get
Like-
a little bit more red and ruddy.
It's easier to breathe, and you can feel like your
Mhm.
blood pumping a little more.
Your
Feel
heart
like
rate
I
actually
could-
slows down.
I feel like I could run right up that mountain right now.
Well, it's rather late at night. Perhaps we should check in with our friends over at the ship and our friends on other ships. And we will see you tomorrow, Death.
All right. Do you want to meet here again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He sits down.
Do you have like anything to eat or?
There's happens to be a lot of mushrooms.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'll take out a hunk of bread from my rations and just break it in half and give Deb the other half of the loaf.
Mighty kinda, yeah.
Of course.
Starts pulling pieces off and eating them. All right, bye.
I'll eat the other half as we walk back to the ship.
You get back to the ship, and the crew seems to have disembarked some carts and have essentially been waiting around to make sure that you okay the journey for tomorrow, of course.
We haven't run into any combatants. Things should be okay for tomorrow.
It's good to know. Nope, that's Australian. That's good to know. All right. Everyone gets rest, and we will restock in the morning. Aye, Captain. Like all their voices at once, and then up the gangplank, back onto the ship, and it's time to go to sleep.
Okay.
And we're
I
gonna
got-
take a 10-minute break after you sleep, or when you start to sleep.
As we sleep.
Everyone's gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break to long rest, and you guys
Yeah.
are gonna take a break to go get a snack.
But Canari, what would you like to say?
I think we wanted to check in with Phoenix, and do we want to check in with Phoenix and Empyrean and Genie?
Yeah,
To
we should
be where they were.
Sure.
call
Cool.
all of our friends.
I got 4 slots, but we have the speaking stone or the sending stone with Team Genie. So I'll start with Phoenix, send to Zinnia, say, hi, Team Reapers on Dwarven Island. No keys yet. Heading into mountains and underground. Where are you? Any
Update.
important info?
You send the
Te-
message.
Tell everyone I say hi.
You send the message, and you hear her voice soon after. Oh, hi, Canari. Oh, it's. Mm. Mm. 3 islands. 1 nice fishing village. But be prepared for volcano. One key acquired. And deadly construct.
Nice.
Okay, I'll share that with everybody. Don't know if they mean volcano here or if that's a island that's associated with fire, but that's at least some good news.
Well, at least they're not that much further ahead of us. I thought they'd
Yeah.
be halfway done by now.
Yeah,
The famed Team Phoenix winners of last year.
no, it's a different team. It's just the same sponsor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, we would expect better of them.
Not true. Okay.
People outside aren't too happy.
I will send to Scorndon next. Hi, Scorndon. Team Reapers on Dwarven Island haven't found a key yet. Went through whirlpools. Where are you? Any important information to know? Braenna says hi. Hope you're doing well.
Gonna get that last hand.
Oh, I didn't? Because I thought it was 10.
No,
I
you did.
swear.
You did one set of 5, and then you closed your other hand, and then you did another 10. And then you started on another 5.
Whatever, Dev,
He
however
got,
much.
He got Braenna says.
Yes. All right.
I'll send another one. Braenna says hi.
It just says
All
hi.
the other things, because we're doing this. Great. Cool. Whatever. I'll use the spell restoring ring to get another thing back. Anyway, what does Scorndon say? He has 50 words.
He's gonna keep going forever.
I don't care. He can shut up if he
Telling
wants
you this in secret.
Ooh.
My team doesn't want me talking to you anymore. If they find out, I might be killed. Do not trust my team.
Ooh.
What's his team again?
to. Empyrean.
Arian.
We should send him. I guess we should try to maybe hook him up with Team Genie since they need another player, and then we don't have to worry about like him accidentally getting killed.
Fantastic idea. Would you like to?
Oh, hi, Braenna.
Yeah, whatever math we're doing here, maybe in the other 15. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'll
you can send the
pass
first
along.
one, and then he puts that, and then we'll just
Yeah.
say that we send the next one.
Yeah. I'll say, if you encounter Team Genie, defect to them. They're down a member and could use some help. Don't respond. Stay safe.
Mention your Brenna's cousin, and that's why they should trust you because we're on good terms together.
Yeah. Mention your Braenna's cousin. 25.
Oh, you said not to respond. But they went with allyship to trick you all. Also, what is name of Genie's ship?
I know this.
Oh, it's crabs.
Yeah. Are they the crab ravengers?
Yes, I think so. I had to go back through my extensive notes of bad drawings, but I'm pretty sure that they're the crab ravengers.
Crab raptor, yeah, they are.
Oh my god. Oh, they're crabs.
Oh, they're crabs!
No, they're crabs.
Look, sometimes I don't remember things, and sometimes I remember very little.
What was the name
Crab
of
Ravager.
There it is.
What was
I'm
the
gonna
name of
put,
Team Phoenix's ship?
Otter or something?
Gosh, hang on.
Or is
I
that
gotta go-
Empyreans?
No, I gotta go really far back. Hang on.
Oh god.
I don't remember.
Phoenix was the damp otter. Empyreans was the stormy siren. And then, yeah, Genie was Crab Ravager.
Sorry, my dog is being really cute right now. What?
Oh.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Do you
Oh,
have any more sendings to do?
I have a 3rd level and a 4th level left.
You can tell Team-
and
you
we
can
have
tell
the
Team
sending
Genie.
stone with the other.
You can tell Team
Genie, so
Genie
we're
with
good.
that, yeah.
Team
Yeah.
Genie, we can just sending stone. No
Yeah.
problem.
sending
I'll
stone.
save the 4th level to send to Team Genie if needed, and then I'll say Team Genie's ship is the Crab Ravager.
That's a great name. Thank you. And may Celestian be with you.
I
Canary
guess
cries
I
a
know
little
what
bit.
team we're killing next.
Right?
Okay,
Now it's break time. Oh no, you still got Genie to talk to.
yep.
Man, Wyatt, Dev's gotta pee so bad. Make him
No,
pee all of
actually I
it.
don't. I'm good. I just
Yeah,
want to
well, and
squeeze my dog for a little bit.
Cool. So Vrexil has the sending stone. Did we want to do
Oh,
that
Vrexil,
first?
Do you want to call Team Genie?
Oh, sure. Let's see. We need to know what keys they have, if any.
If
We
they've
should-
gotten another one.
If they've
Yeah.
got another one, and we should let them know about Braenna's cousin.
Gordon.
Yeah.
mhm.
And I have a
But I mean, technically, what's the? Oh, we just can't use it until dawn. Got it.
Mhm.
Animal messenger.
Okay, so first we'll go. On Dwarf Island. Any hints? New keys? Braenna's cousin is on Team
Empyrean.
Empyrean. Might need to defect. I feel like that's all the information we needed to really get. from
You can let him
Scorn.
know that he's on the Stormy Siren.
Yeah, and say that his name is Scorndon. Did you say Scorndon? I can't remember.
I said Braenna's cousin.
But
Braenna's
just call
cousin.
him
Braenna's cousin.
Braenna's cousin, Scorndon, comma.
Mhm.
Yeah. Scorndons. I had to take another word. Their ship is the Stormy Siren. Goodbye.
goodbye.
See ya, punks. And then
Good to hear your voice so soon. One additional key. Make sure you know how to swim. And we'll consider Scorndon. This ragtag 4.
I think that's it for 25, by the way.
That's it. And then you hear,
Messages back with the sending stone.
yeah.
Right.
You can only use it once per day, but I think you can use it once per day.
Yeah, you can each. Mm-hmm.
We have to think about it. That's what I was going to say. Before I was cut off. Oh, did you hear about the Did you hear about? What was he going to say? I lost it.
He just keeps repeating it until I remember.
Yep.
What was it? Now let me
A
think.
different
It
team.
was a.
Oh yeah. Did you hear about Team Dragon?
No.
Have we? No, I don't.
I mean, we can't answer.
We
him,
know that-
so
we
I
know
wish
that
he would've
Team-
I
been
have
Team
a
better.
Dragon was
bubble
super-
sending.
Okay.
You know that Team
I
Dragon was like
I get
super
to
ahead.
I get to respond.
Oh,
Oh,
Rex
yeah.
gets a reply. Mention that Scorndon is, if they don't need Scorndon, perhaps they take him out of pity if Team Imperium finds out they will murder Brenna's cousin, which would be sad. In whatever words you can make that fit.
First, we'll just say back. Definitely understand thinking about it, but it would mean a lot to us. No idea about Team Dragon. What's going on there? Also, swimming? Goodbye.
Bye.
Each island requires.
I don't think it can, right?
I'll
Okay.
send
Oh
to.
no.
He
Yeah,
can't go
sorry. I
back.
thought you sent another
I'll
sending.
use my last
Yeah.
send. I'll use my last sending to talk to
Mhm.
talk to whatever. What's his nuts?
Reginald.
What's his name?
Reginald.
Reginald Graves.
Reginald Grays. Say. Use this to reply. We're out of charges. XO Canari.
Oh, he does have sending.
Also, they might murder Brenna's cousin.
Well-
Not like a hey,
Well-
we'd appreciate it. Like he's in danger of death.
Yeah, but they don't
Mention
care.
that, maybe.
P.S. P.S. Empyrean will try to kill Scorndon if he doesn't betray us.
Good job, team.
Will taken. Each island has tasks related to one of the 4 elements.
We know that. He told us
Yep.
that.
What about Team Dragon?
About Team Dragon.
That's why swimming.
Oh, they died to swimming?
Which island is which?
Team Dragon has entered level 4.
Oh
Ah.
shit.
I knew it.
I think that's the words.
Okay, so Team Dragon's on level 4, which means I think they're ahead of Team.
They're
Egg.
working
Team
with
Egg.
Egg's team though, aren't they?
It
was Dragon and Eggs
Hydra.
that got through last
Yeah,
time.
Hydra. Yeah, but so Hydra's probably behind them if Dragons made it first. We know that the different elements, the gnomes were air based on how Gale was acting. Dwarves probably relate to the earth. The volcano will relate to fire. I feel like elves relate more to water than humans do.
So we think
Technically?
humans fire, elves,
Water?
water?
Or it
Unless
could be
dwarves happen to be fire because of forging.
forge. Okay. So if that's the case, then the elves are tied to the land and humans are tied to water, which would make
Right.
sense because all of the humans,
Around here,
Sailing.
sailors.
yeah. Okay, so that's a running theory. Cool.
There's also a chance that Hydra and Dragon have had a falling out,
True.
I hope.
and Dragon has left Hydra behind.
Could be.
Or it could just be that like there's no besides like telling the other team what exactly to do, there's no real way for Dragon to help them in this round because we're all on different ships.
Mhm.
They all sort of
Are we required to stay with our ship, or if alliances were true, could you board another ship? to sail
I don't know.
together? If their alliance was as strong as they say, that might have been a wiser decision.
yeah, I mean I don't know.
Thoughts?
Oh, time for bed.
Okay, we will take a 15 minute break, and we'll be back around 10 p.m. Thanks for watching, everybody. And we're back. The crew has completed a long rest aboard the Bloody Kraken. They wake, they rise with the sun, and they're given a hearty breakfast for whatever adventures lie ahead. Actually, they probably wrote Canari into cooking by now, but
Yeah.
for everything.
Oh, hold on. I need to
So-
roll a D10 here, or a D100 really quick. Hold on one second.
Beard.
Hey.
Is it,
Beard.
So 1 through 50 is no beard, 51 through 100 is beard.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the little one first.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Okay.
And
Okay.
here's a percentile. That's a 50.
Oh.
You get a beard!
I have a beard!
Beard.
You wake up and I have a beard. I'm like, oh. Well, this one's supposed to come in for like another
Somehow-
like 20 or 30 years.
Somehow it stops right above your ears, since you have your head probably isn't like shaved down like it once was. So. it goes up
Oh
a
no,
little bit
that
into-
the tattoos thing is not something that she did.
Right.
So it, yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Wait,
you have a
so-
beard this morning, same color as your mohawk.
There's no like, I guess I've never asked this, but there's no like actual grooming place that like makes us TV ready, like when we go into the what's it called?
Oh, yeah, pretty sure Braenna would have like, you know, even
the, like
even
the
if she
middle
didn't.
room
Yeah.
where like between levels. Would there
Yeah.
be supplies to sort of like fix yourself up if you wanted to, or?
So like
General hygiene supplies.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got the spa.
Yeah.
Well, this is a new
Moxie, have you not been brushing your hair?
Well, you see, the thing about my hair is it works best when you just leave it alone and you don't brush it. So I don't brush it.
The snake from yesterday slithers out of her hair.
She doesn't notice.
In between like flipping pancakes, Canari just like once all of the crew is fed, Canari just looks at Moxie's hair and just sighs and sits down with like takes out a brush from her bag and just starts like holding Moxie down and just like brushing her hair out.
while you're doing that, I'll be like, so I've gotten a lot of things, and I can't carry some of the stuff that I have, and I have the ring, and I got these gloves that I can't use them all. I got the 2 hammers, and I got this new belt that made this very luscious beard. So
I
Did
can
you
break that if
finally
you
got
want.
through dwarven puberty? Is that how
I
it
think
works? You just
no, I
grow
think it was
beard
just the
overnight?
belt, because this is supposed to happen for like another 20, 30 years.
Well, congratulations, Mazel Tov.
But yeah, if anybody wants the ring of protection or gloves of missile snaring, they're attunement.
One of your ancestors pops out of your tattoos, and it's Uncle Ricardo, and he has the exact same beard as you. Looking good, Braenna.
Oh
You're
yeah.
the pride of the Unbeard clan. And then he goes back into your tattoo.
Beard's not even made of iron. Does that happen later, or?
That happens in 20 or 30 years. I don't
Oh,
think
the
that's
iron.
why this is. I think it's from the belt and not from the normal stuff.
Do you think I'm gonna need the boots like immediately?
Which
Got a
boots?
ring of the boots I'm wearing on my feet at the moment. The ring of protection, does it just do a +1 to your AC, or does it also do the saving throws that the cloak does?
Saving throws.
Mm.
So good.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. Like now, me. I'm like, oh my gosh. I kind of want to not have one of the maces, but I want to have both of the maces. So I don't know what to do.
Oh my god, I would love better saving throws.
Do it, do it, do it.
I mean, if you don't need the ring, I might take the ring.
Me?
No, me.
I mean, Brent.
Oh
Brenna.
god, I was like, I already have
Brenna is
the cloak.
offering. Oh no, you have the cloak.
Yeah,
I
have-
might. Oh,
if
I've
you
never
want it,
actually
I
gotten-
can't use it right now. So if you want it, feel free.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna attune to it. I've never used my strength of the grave before because the saving throw is always too gosh darn high.
Okay, I have taken it out of my inventory, so make sure it's in yours.
Yes. I'm going to spend the next hour while my friends eat food as the flesh beings they are to attune to the ring.
All right. You are attuned.
So does that beard, like, does it have to grow every morning? Each day at dawn.
It's either you wake up with a beard or you wake up without a beard.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
You just never know when you'll have a beard.
You've watched Campaign 1. You know what it did to Grog.
Yup.
Grog.
Oh.
All
So
right, you have
good.
a Darrow waiting in the ruined city.
Wait. Unarmored defense only uses dex. I was thinking, doesn't it use con too? Wait.
It does
It
for
should.
barbarians, yeah.
It's con and X.
10 plus
you
dex
have a
plus
piece of-
con.
Do you have a piece of armor equipped right now?
Oh, you
Because
know
if
what?
have
Because-
any armor equipped,
Because there's the AC bonus on the ring. Okay, I'm fine. Everything's
Oh.
fine. Oh my god, Roxy. Oh, your butt does not need to go in my face. I know. Thank you.
She's like, no, it
so
does.
the boots of levitation are going to be great when we're out on the water, because if I start sinking in water, I can levitate. But I think while we're on solid land, I'm going to keep the ring on. Then when we get
That's a good
out of the
idea.
water, yeah.
And I guess as long as we know that, like, we can make sure to grab you or, no, something. If it were
Anyone
like
have
an
any-
emergency.
Yeah. Will definitely be helpful for this one cards, but for now, I think I'm going to just wear the ring and keep the boots in my bag.
Cool. Braenna tries
Tries
and fails miserably to eat neatly with a newly formed beard.
Oh,
You get some things in it.
Yeah.
you've got pancake crumbs in your...
I'm
It's just
just
for
saving it for
later.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. Yep.
You head back to the town. Oh, sorry.
I'm done braiding Moxie's hair and I turn over and look at Braenna's just like beard.
And it's just like
all the crumbs and everything. It's like, okay, here we go. And just like, I just sit and brush Braenna's beard and just like groom it and like turn it into
do little
a nice
braids.
braid.
Yeah.
I'll offer all the different options and I like use the back of Moxie's head to like, it's like, okay, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this?
I'm thinking like 3.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, Moxie
She's like-
Moxie.
Time
Yeah,
to
I feel like
update the
Moxie's
mini.
head just gets turned and she's like,
Yeah, exact. No, it totally would. Anyway, we're walking.
You're walking, and you return to the town, and Depp is sitting in the same place you left him.
Did you go to sleep or did you stay the whole time?
I slept.
Okay.
but here, like right there.
That is true.
Oh, so both of my statements were true. Okay, got it.
Did the crew come with us, or are they going to be coming around town later?
They will be heading in a little bit later.
Okay.
You probably shared your, like, hey, we're going to go into the mountain plan with someone.
Yeah, I'm sure we
Well,
can
do-
let them
we-
know
we-
we'd be.
At breakfast, we filled them all in on our everything that we found. The town is secure. This is what we're going to do. Don't fall into the chasm. You know.
They just got pancakes in their mouth. I'm like,
Yes, exactly.
All right. Are you ready to go?
Yes. Let's
Yeah.
go. Where
All right.
are we going?
Into the
We're gonna-
mountain.
Lead on.
We're going to go into the city, and then we're going to walk across the farms to get to the other half. Let's go.
We will follow you. Lead on. Yeah.
He starts leading you to the mountains, and at the base of the mountain, there is a stone entrance about 20 feet wide, 20 feet tall, this archway that is open. There's no doors or anything. It appears as though there must have been doors at one point, but they probably fallen off or gone somewhere at some point. All right. Well, it's not really a dangerous journey. It's about 6 miles. Can everyone walk 6 miles?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take that as a resounding yes.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to, but I will.
Right. All right, follow me. And
What
so
condition is Death in? Does he look like a full-figured body dwarf, or is he a little on the skinny side? Does he look like he's ravaged by sickness?
Darrows themselves are smaller than normal dwarves that you would find, and skinnier than normal dwarves that you would find. But there's a plumpness to his flesh that indicates that he is at least well fed. He doesn't smell bad. Maybe he smells like mud. All right, so we're gonna go down and then down some more. We just gotta, you start seeing this expanding like array of bridges over this chasm that runs through not chasm, because the other thing's a chasm, but kind of like this wedge of like emptiness in this mountain, seemingly carved out to make near hollow. And bridges seem to go over this little hollow part, connecting one side where maybe there's homes, businesses, whatever, to another. Then there's also a set of winding stairs. You got to go this way down the stairs, then continue a little further to go left down the stairs, and it's kind of just like you find your way down these array of stairs until you reach the bottom. All this time, you will notice that the name Argadon is scratched in the walls, and you find other just remnants of what used to be.
No
Bones.
Do you know
nothing.
Do you know who Argadon is?
No, I've never heard of him.
Do you know who wrote his name on the wall then?
Specifically or in general?
In general? Yes, in general.
In general, probably the dwarves.
And he's not Argadon's not the name of your friend?
Friend is just friend. That's all I know.
Do we believe that he's never heard that name before, or doesn't know?
I believe that he's never heard that name before, but do I believe that his friend is probably that guy and he never questioned further? Yeah.
19.
He seems to be very simple and straightforward. Friend is just friend to him.
And your friend doesn't have a name. You've never asked?
Not much need for names when there's only 2 of you.
When we first met you, you said you haven't spoken to anyone in a while. You haven't spoken to your friend in a while then.
Other than friends.
Does he speak to you, or does he say words inside your brain?
Yeah, it's in my brain, I think. His mouth.
Your friend doesn't happen to have an array of tentacles on his face, does he?
No.
Oh, just crossing off the list.
That would have been a crazy, like, underwater sea creature, though.
He does.
I feel like he might be a mind flayer, and Death just doesn't have a brain to eat.
He does make noises that I think is another language, but I don't understand it, so he just talks in my mind.
What kind of stuff do you guys talk about?
Well, he talks about how he wishes to get off this island. And I tell him about what it's like above.
Did he tell you to bring people down to him?
No.
So he wants to leave the island, but he won't let you leave the island? He says that you're happier on the island, but he wants to leave.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Why don't you let your friend leave then?
Oh, he can leave whenever he wants.
Why hasn't he?
Because of the
If he
fog.
doesn't want to be here, why does he stay?
Because of the fog. Not a lot of people make their way to these islands. If they do see them, they turn away since it's so barren. This
He
kingdom,
doesn't happen to look like this, does he? And I point to Canari.
No. She's much prettier.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I don't really know what you're trying to get at.
We're just trying to figure out more about your friend.
Oh, well, he's pretty good about holding conversation, talks to me about some things. He enjoys money. We don't really have much use for it here.
What color is your friend's skin? I know you said it's covered in lesions and pus, but what color is he?
It's pale. It's hard to see because he stays out of the light. I don't think it's green. Yeah.
When he talks out loud, does it sound like this? I'm going to speak in deep speech.
No. Completely different.
I
don't see much use for wealth. I don't know why he talks about it so much.
Talks about money.
But I myself prefer knowledge and books. I've only found a few books on the island. I wish I had more.
Well, that's a shame, and I am not suspicious at all about this. And then Vrexil's gonna use his all-purpose tool to learn for the day the message cantrip and message Canari under his breath and be like, so we know that this guy's crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, isolation tends to do that to people. I'll mind link with, who do I want to mind link with? I'll just like mind link with everybody, just kind of just sharing insights from Vrexil and I.
Before you do that, you get to the edge of the farmlands. What used to be fields of crops are now like mangled messes of weeds, plants, all sorts of things. But still somehow it seems as though there's like neat rows that you can pass through. And it seems to be about 2 miles forward and then just several miles stretching horizontally in front of you. And you see little percolating drips of water from above, just dripping onto the life and the greens and everything below.
Umbran puts his hood up, keep his hair dry.
There's nothing dangerous in these fields. You will be all right.
I just don't want my hair getting wet.
Huh.
I guess we can keep walking then.
And Canari, you want us to do something? You wanted to mind link with everybody.
Yeah, I'll just pass along the just what Vrexil and I have been talking about. Just like, all this seems off, right?
Oh, most certainly.
Trap?
I don't know.
Trap.
He seems
Trap.
fine.
Trap.
Okay.
If he's not, oh no, what are you called, Canari? I'm so sorry.
A Kalishtar?
If he's not a Kalishtar, I'm thinking he might be a Gith, maybe? They're humanoids who have an innate ability for not mind control, but, telepathy.
Yeah. I'll ask Depp, when your friend talks, it doesn't sound like this, does it? And I'll speak in Quorai.
No,
Cool. Okay,
that sounded really weird though.
Moxie
it's
doesn't
a
quite
weird
understand
language.
the line of questioning and just goes,
Fucking
"Can you
deep
talk like
speech
this?"
isn't scary.
What am I talking like?
And then she'll say something in Celestial.
No.
Cool.
Undercommon?
Vrexil will respond in Celestial and say, I didn't know you spoke Celestial.
Ah! I didn't know you spoke Celestial.
Who tries Undercommon?
I do.
Oh. No, not that either. I know that one.
Oh.
Braenna's like, the only other language I know is Elvish, and so she said something in Elvish.
Oh, me too.
No, nothing.
Vrexil will try Gnomish just to...
Not a gnome.
Not a gnome.
I'm also not a gnome, but I speak back to Vrexil in Gnomish.
We're all learning something new today.
Your parents taught my parents, and then they taught me, and then we...
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I like from the perspective of this dude, it's just like, does it sound like...
I do also like the fact that, like, every so often another person in our party says, "Oh, I
Like,
also
oh.
speak that," and we're like,
I
"What?
know
No
that."
way!"
Except for Moxie, who nearly, like, punches the air.
Yeah.
when somebody speaks Celestial.
And you pass through the farmlands, and you're now on the other side.
How long does it take to get through the farmlands?
It's 2 miles, so probably about like 30 minutes.
Yeah, kind of like an annoying child going, "Are we there yet?" Vrexil every like 30 seconds or so is going to say, "Do they look like this?" and he's going to use the minor illusion cantrip to just cycle through every creature he's ever read about. Every like humanoid, every monster, aberration, like starting with like elf, human, and then like
He goes
eventually, like...
alphabetically through the monster manual.
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra, is he an aboleth?
No.
Oh, I don't like that.
And you.
I mean,
are
what
on
if
the
he
other
is
side.
one of those things, but he just doesn't know?
That could be.
Yeah, it might be a sort of a shapeshift or a disguised self.
Wait, does he, like, when you talk to them, are they another person that you, like, physically see in front of you, or are they just kind of, like, in your head?
Find out for yourself.
Oh,
He's in that building.
Oh, we
feel
made
like-
it.
With the mind link, maybe we just kill him now just to be sure, you know?
Well, I don't think he's that
I don't know.
dangerous.
Listen, I'm telling you.
The building on fire.
Who are we? Are you saying we killed Depp now, or we killed the...
Yeah.
Well, I don't...
He's just a sad little man.
I don't care for the way he speaks about things in general.
You don't like how many people speak.
True, but still, I
You
feel like
you
this
just
one...
have a negative opinion about a lot of other creatures we've encountered, which, like, most of them are justified.
Like-
I'll give you that.
To be fair, we all thought the bunny was cool, and then
Well,
that
he's
guy
a
was
piece
an
of shit.
asshole.
I still can't hold anything against him. He was a respectable businessman. Just
I
doing...
can. We nearly died.
We didn't. We were fine.
Well,
But I mean, this situation just feels bad.
Who's there?
ah, see,
Yeah, no!
Oh.
You all hear in your
Care for
minds.
this?
The building
Hey!
stands about 60 feet or 30 feet in front of you.
What if it's the building?
Braenna's
For
got
now, what do we
Braenna's
think about
got
murder?
the dwarven thrower in her hand ready. Like when that voice comes, she's like, I'm ready. We find something? Who are you talking in my head? I would like you to not do that, please. Brendan yells that out loud.
We are adventurers who have come to find the key. We hope for your assistance. We have brought with us your friend Death.
Never heard of him.
Your friend Friend?
No,
Yeah.
him.
He calls you friend.
I can assist you if you assist me.
Can we see you?
What way do you need assistance?
You may enter.
Okay.
I'll turn to Depp and be like, do you regularly go in the building?
Yeah. You should always talk to your friends face to face.
That's actually a good life lesson. That's okay. That's fair enough.
Turn to the camera.
I'm gonna quick cast Detect Poison and Disease. Just before we go in.
What's
I
the
will
range?
go in.
It's a 30-foot sphere centered around me, and I can concentrate on it for 10 minutes.
Umbran, you go
I
in.
will go in.
Moxie will follow, just so that Umbran's not alone.
Canari,
Mm-hmm.
you get hit with a pungent feeling, an overwhelming sense of poison and disease.
Part of the spell says I also can identify what kind of poison, the poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
You sense plague.
Oh, Moxie,
And
stay outside.
this
Moxie,
is what
stay
you look
outside.
like.
Moxie, stay outside.
I posted in handouts what it looks like. Inside, you just see this creature,
Oh, I hate him.
and he's sitting at a table, long claws tapping on the table with a little cup of steaming tea in front of him. It is good to see you all face to face.
Yes,
Is
we are searching for the key, and we will be out of your legion.
I wish to go with you off of the island.
We
If you
can,
give me this, I will take you to the key.
we can certainly work something out. You will have to excuse my being a little wary of strangers. We will need the key first, of course.
Of course. I take you to key, and then we leave.
Most certainly.
He stands up, and then
I push
he's
Moxie
not
back.
much taller than Moxie,
Well, he wasn't lying.
but he seems very frail, skinny, and these large pustules just all over his face, seemingly malformed, with little curling horns at the top of his head. A little belt around his overly gaunt waist, and torn garments covering parts of his form.
Do you have a name?
You can call me Owen.
Olin.
Owen.
Owen?
Oh, Owen.
Like Owen Wilson?
I don't know him.
Wow.
I don't get a lot of TV down here, do ya? That's a pretty bad signal.
That's
Master,
just my friend from MonkCon. Don't worry about it.
I can hear him in my mind.
Don't say anything back.
I see you have an awakened frog on you.
I can see you're looking.
Say
in the
what?
places.
Oh, is Gerald awake?
He is awake.
Oh, okay.
Jerome is
Jerome,
awake.
sorry.
Yeah, he is looking at things and his. Moxie, will you please take Jerome?
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
just hold on to Jerome and please stay far back.
Hey, Jerome. And then
Ribbit.
she'll put Jerome on her head and then
Ribbit.
kind of walk out.
If Vrexil can speak with small animals, does Jerome's ribbit translate as anything?
Yes.
So, can he hear when Jerome's talking to Umbran?
He gets an feelings based off of it, I think.
Okay.
Let's double check. Sounds gesturing communication. You're getting simple ideas, simple feelings from Jerome. There was a shift in what you were picking up from Jerome's vibe, and now it's like, he seems more of a presence, and if a frog can be self-assured.
Vague inklings of world domination.
Yeah.
We've been working on his confidence. You know, he's a little more secure.
Should've-
We've been working on it.
Should have named him Salem Saberhagen.
Oh my god.
Just like the slightest inkling of megalomania.
Well then, are you ready?
Yes, I will again motion for Moxie to stand back, but I will keep in close proximity to make him not feel like I'm frightened of him.
Oh, I forgot there's one more thing.
Are they hugs? Because we do not hug strangers. I'm sorry.
The place you seek is buried from from a collapse of the cave. And there is rock and stone between us and our destination to get the key.
Is
Okay.
is that to all of us, or is that just to Umbran?
Everyone.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
I can handle
Everyone
that.
within 60 feet.
I think we're within 60 feet. Don't worry about it. I can handle that.
100 or more so of collapsed stone and rock. You do not have it.
I got 2 hammers. I can do a lot of stuff.
But there is a way. North of here, there was a man known as the Mine Mage. The Mind Mage has these rocks that if you ingest, you will be able to move through stone as if you were gliding through the earth. At the end, through the earth, you will find a statue, and that statue holds the key.
Cool.
So we're gonna go get that then?
Mm-hmm. I need someone to roll me an insight check.
I will.
My insight is not great.
19.
Make it a 24.
Woo!
It's like you just feel Vrexil's gaze on you, and he like sends like genius energy out your way.
Yes, that's how that works.
And Canari's mom is watching really intently, thinking it's some other kind of look entirely.
Yeah,
That's a
any
lot of
eye
eye
contact
contact.
between Canari and Vrexil.
He is keeping something from you. You are very certain.
About the Mind Stone, or the Mind Mage, or whatever?
About something. You're not sure what. You just get that feeling that he's not being he's not coming forth with. He's not being entirely honest. There's something that he held back.
Oh, and may I ask how long you've been down here?
It has been hundreds of years.
And you haven't seen anyone recently like us?
Only Depp, as you called him, and his father before him.
You haven't seen people you might describe as draconic?
No.
Do you know everyone that comes on this island, or only if people come see you?
Only if people come see me.
So they might have come through a different way then. Or the island is reset.
Yeah, I was just wondering if like our information from the Dragon Island was correct, that no one had been there.
Well, Team Dragon has already gotten this key.
Yeah.
They have already made it level 4.
I'll mind link with everybody just one at a time. Just saying, there's something he's not telling us. I don't know if it's wise to press it further.
He starts
think
going.
He can hear into your mind without your consent. It might be wise not to speak much.
No, I think telepathy doesn't extract anything. It's like willing things that you will towards that person.
Well, he knew Jerome was awakened. How did that happen, Dev?
He could like willfully put way more than he thought he could into them. I don't know.
Yeah, so he spoke to all sentient creatures in an area, and then Jerome must have spoke back.
Not to say anything.
Now that Vrexil sees this creature, does he recognize it?
Roll me an Arcana check. He starts heading towards the door, by the way.
What the hell? I'll add Flash of Genius to make that a 29.
Ooh.
That is a high roll.
That's almost as good as Canari's muffins.
Yeah, it's exactly as good as
That's
Canari's muffins.
That's the muffin number now.
Cause, like, yeah, 29?
Detect disease or poison and disease is still out.
And it's all focused on him. Vrexil, but you know, and it all clicks all at once. This is a creature that usually wanders the lower planes. A part of a type of mercenary or merchant, and part of a group that is almost nomadic, moving through the lower planes. The Yugoloths. This one in particular, the Spectre of Death, the bringer of pestilence, the bearer of plague. This is a Oinoloth. And Owen isn't like, oh, it's Owen. It is the first 3 letters of Oinoloth.
Vrexil will share that information. Yeah, like a Lord level Yugoloth fiend, definitely be careful.
Oh
Canari
my.
has a book
Okay.
of-
Sorry. Sorry. The God, what are the bad ones in Braenna's family? The hammerlocks worshipped a fiend. Or worship a fiend.
It's good to see a gnome again.
Oh.
Yeah, again, Vrexil's gonna like push all of his Vrexil. What's my fucking name? Umbran like motions for his friends to stay back, but he will stay within like 10 feet of him to make it seem like nothing's weird or strange or wrong here.
Does Canari had that book on fiends? Would Canari, like, as Vrexil's saying that, would Canari remember anything else beyond what Vrexil already got?
No, because the 29 is really high.
Cool.
I will say what you
Just double checking.
What you probably do make the connection, knowing Vrexil as well as you do, is what somebody saying a bringer of pestilence saying,
Yeah.
it's good to see a gnome again would mean to Vrexil.
Yeah.
Vrexil is heated right now.
Canari
This
just puts
is
a
what
hand
the
on Vrexil.
the goblins had prayed to start the Noma phase.
I forgot. I have a name I was once called long ago.
Oh yes, and what is that?
Argadon.
Oh, hey.
Argadon. What a beautiful name.
Thank you. And then he walks out the door and just like starts walking towards
I
the
follow.
direction towards the mind mages
I mean,
little place. And the Darrow is nowhere to be seen.
What?
he's done disappeared.
Nobody physically touched Adept, did they, to make sure he wasn't an illusion?
Ooh.
Did we?
I gave him a piece of bread.
And he did take it.
Are there any books or writing in this place before we leave it?
No.
As we're walking, I think Braenna's gonna ask him, do you have any followers today? Like, do you know?
Time and time again, I am called upon by people to carry out killings that they desire. They summon me, they give to me, and I carry out their chosen death.
Have you been on the surface of this island? Perhaps seen a giant chasm?
The chasm is where we're going.
Cool. Good, great, awesome.
I think Braenna... I don't know if Braenna would actually have put it together. Quite, actually.
Just make a quick intelligence roll.
Yeah.
Just to see if you put it together.
I am.
Oh, she 100% actually did put it together.
I am a businessman.
Have you gone to see the Hammerlocks at all?
This name does not sound familiar, but I have been exposed to many names across time and space. Sometimes I go somewhere and I spread disease, and then I show myself and say I can take away the disease for a steep price. The dwarves of this city did not pay.
Then what, you just killed them?
They let themselves die.
I don't view it that way, and many
hands.
others wouldn't either.
He stops and he turns around. Do you want my help or not?
As
Lead
I
on.
stand behind him, is the disease like waft off of him, or is it like a magic thing? I.e., can I put this in a vial and poison someone with it later?
It appears as though nothing has happened to any of you. The disease, Canari would know, seems to be a ton of magic and disease and decay and death and poison are in each of the pustules. The little boils
So I'd have
on his
to
skin.
poke a pustule to milk it. We'll
It would
save
have
that
to
for
pop
later.
for it to happen.
Yeah, we'll save that for later. Don't worry.
I think
I love
Canari
Meg.
just.
I love Meg's face.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I think Canari just like stares down this like. Ultimately, like, what is the antithesis to like her whole viewpoint on the world? And much like Vrexil, she's heated, and she just kind of like squares her jaw and just gestures on.
Yeah, like behind Umbran's like, not now. Save it for later.
So, unless interrupted, he will lead you further northwest until you get to some stairs. The stairs take you up. There's not as many this time. At the top of the stairs, there is a little exit out onto this small plateau with stairs that descend down into a small little area. Several different temporary housing that it would be at the time is here, where miners would most likely work. Below the plateau and across the array of mountainsides and such, there are caves, mining shafts that go into the mountains and down. And there is one building that's taller than the rest. It almost appears to be a mage's tower. Only 3 stories, though. He lifts his finger. Argadon lifts his finger and points. What you seek is in there at the top of the tower.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm assuming you'll wait outside. We'll head in. We'll grab it. We'll bring it out to you.
I will wait right here.
Cool. Let's go. Like, how tall is this mage's tower? Are we talking like 10 feet a story?
Mm-hmm. So 30 feet, and then the spire adds another like 10 feet.
I really want a grappling hook up to one of the windows. Just skip the whole tower.
Oh, I know.
You're like, surprise!
I haven't gotten to use the grappling hook yet. I really want to.
So you all head towards the mage's tower. You start pulling out the grappling hook.
I mean, if
And-
it's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to
do
leave
whatever
you
you want.
behind if we're worried that there might. Maybe we just do this like a little stealth mission.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna do it anyway, just for the fun of it. I'm gonna level my grappling hook at the top story window and shoot it off.
Before that, when you all get closer to the tower, suddenly the ground beneath your feet turns to mud. And you begin to sink in to the mud. And I need each of you to make a DC 18 strength saving throw.
Well, now I don't have a negative on it at least.
Is this something that I could have tried to like quickly jumped out of in a dexterous fashion, or?
It appears as though something from the tower had almost activated as you got close, and all of the ground around you appears to have been targeted by the spell Transmute Rock.
Okay.
So all the stone, rocky earth below you is now turned to mud, almost as a defense mechanism against anybody that would seek to enter this tower. Unannounced.
And we have to. It's a strength check, you said.
Yep, DC 18.
Okay, I'm gonna give emboldening bond to myself, Umbran, and Vrexil.
What does that add?
So you can add a 1d4 to any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw for the next 10 minutes.
It
I'm
will
gonna
be
save it.
after the strength saving throw is
Okay.
already made.
Yeah, I'm gonna save mine because there's no way a D4 is getting me up past a 4.
Well,
All right,
I-
so-
you know.
If you failed the DC 18, you will be restrained.
I got a 17. I'm a little meh.
Did anyone
Which-
make it?
Which
yeah,
if
got
I
a
had
21.
if I had that ring on, I would have made it.
I got an 18.
I
You got
also
an 18?
got it.
With a
I
4
got-
on the D4, I got an 18.
Oh my god,
Oh
I got
my
a
God.
17.
And those who succeeded, I think that might just be Vrexil.
No, I rolled a 17, but then I have a +5 for my.
Oh, yeah. So
Strength.
Vrexil and Moxie are able to avoid it. But then, suddenly, it all turns back to rock. And those who had failed are now restrained by this rock, completely, like, up to your shoulders.
It went down that far,
place.
that quickly?
Wow, you guys sunk
It did.
fast.
Oh,
It was
dear.
like
Um,
quicksand.
Is there a ledge on the top of this tower, like a balcony of any kind, or a...
Are arms out at all? Like, would we have, like...
Yes, sort of. They would probably be like half in, half out.
But enough for like hand movements of spells.
Like, hi.
because Umbran was like this, so he'd have his arms up.
yeah.
Good.
There are no ledges, or there's like little ledges, like a little mouse could run around on it. Every story. But there does seem to be a little balcony off the little spire. There must be like a little watch room out there, and it has metal. Yeah.
Vrexil's gonna cast Vortex Warp 3 times.
Ooh.
And the 3 people who are trapped are up to the top of the tower.
Nice.
So you just slap that button 3 times, and
Oh, Vrexil is not having it right now.
and
Not
each of
have
you
time for this.
reappear on this small little balcony, kind of just like all crumpled together.
Ow.
And you're covered in a case of mud. So like everywhere that you had been encased in this rock, there's like a layer of just mud caked to your body.
And then Vrexil starts to spider climb up the side of the tower.
Sorry,
Oh, I
Umbran.
really, really wish I could use my grappling hook.
That's
That's fine. I put it back in my bag.
You could use it to rappel down.
No, it's fine.
It's not the same.
One day.
Alright, once we
And-
clear the tower, you can try it. In a controlled environment, you know?
It's not the same.
When you turn and look into the door that would lead into the spire, you see a podium in this top area with a basket, the stone basket, full of different little rocks. Each rock seems to have some arcane script carved on it.
Well, I think I see what we need. I'm gonna try to go in.
Easy enough?
I'm gonna just check for traps, just in case the whole room real quick, just make sure.
The door is actually
Economy.
dwarf-sized.
Perfect.
I'm gonna have to
Awesome.
duck.
Modified 20.
For checking.
It doesn't.
Investigation. Looking for
It
traps.
doesn't appear as though there are any traps.
Brandon's gonna walk through the dwarf door.
You walk through the
Vrexil's
dwarf door.
watching the Oinoloth as we all enter the space.
He just like sees you looking.
Oh, he waved. That's kind of cute, but geez, do I hate him.
He might be responsible for the genocide of my people, but he waved at me.
Hey, it's fine. We'll kill him.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Vrexil, don't worry. Once we get him to take us where we need, we will murder that thing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have so much plague juice.
Yeah.
Gross.
And you
Yoink.
go up to the stones and you grab them. They appear to be pretty small. Like you can fit them in your little.
I'm literally grabbing them like a handful of candy. If I'd
Alright.
like to grab more than 5, basically.
All right. How many would you like to grab? There are a total of 12.
I would like to grab 12.
All right. Add the 12.
Okay. I got them, guys, and I have extras for if we come to another rock wall later in this and need to get through. I figured that'll be helpful.
During my check for traps, did I find anything, usable in here in this wizard's tower? Anything good? Loot?
So I would need an additional investigation check to check the rest of the tower.
Not as good. That's a 13.
Not a lot of things really stand out to you, but there is
Oh,
one
wait.
thing.
+4, 17.
Hey! All right, so maybe you find 2 things. First, you will find a spell book.
Ooh.
And it appears to be a spell book. You're not sure if there's anything more to it. And you also find I'm in the legendary. You will also find an immovable rod.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Seeing
Would
that.
you like it?
Well, can Vrexil also do an investigation check?
Sure.
Oh, natural 19 for a 27.
Oh my goodness.
More muffins.
Flash of genius.
I could
32.
guide him.
You tell me that will help. I will do it.
You technically also have a D4 that you can roll
You
on
do.
anything for.
They-
I use-
every
I use the D4 on the mud.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
just-
can. It's
you can keep
continuous.
using it.
It's
yeah,
just
it
you
lasts
can
for
use
a
it
minute.
for
Yeah.
10 minutes
Oh,
10 minutes.
on anything.
30.
Ooh.
You can add your flash of genius too.
Sure, 35. What the hell?
All right, first, you should know that the spell book is, in fact, one of those like special books that was in the thing.
Tasha's dead.
Mhm.
Tasha's that must be attuned by a wizard, which none of us are and cannot
It's
do.
an alchemical compendium.
Oh, I want it.
And so you're starting to think like, oh, this guy probably like specialized in transmutation. And
Hey guys, what if I just dipped in a wizard real quick so I could use
You're like,
this book?
Multi
With-
class.
over
What level?
a 30 with a crazy roll, you're gonna find something good. You got it? I didn't have this planned, but
Oh god, I'm dying.
Don't die.
you find a glove.
Ooh.
The
Dueling
singular
glove.
glove.
The glove seems interesting.
I'm just searching glove on D&D Beyond and the bottom. Oh, there are so many gloves. Oh god.
Mhm.
Love.
Is it a glove or is it a gauntlet?
It's a glove.
Okay.
Huh.
It's like the glove that flame alchemist in Fullmetal Alchemist wore.
Oh, the like tiny like hand glove.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the snapping what we snap to make sparks.
Yeah.
That him.
The glove,
As-
it's
you know,
sort of a gauntlet as well, but it's mostly a glove, and it has like some pretty arcane symbols along its structure. Do you want to identify it?
I don't have identify prepared today.
Oh no.
Then I guess
Do
you
you
don't know
wanna
what it
just-
is.
hang out here for an hour and leave what's his fucking face down there. We'll just hang out in this wizard tower for a bit so you can find out.
Pop in, come back an hour later, and just like drop some like magic bomb on his head, and like, hi. No, I can't identify this now. I'll put it on, just to see if it does anything without attuning to it. But I think I know what it is, but Vrexil doesn't.
It appears to not have any effect with just like wearing.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it isn't cursed, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, that we know of.
I mean, don't curses automatically latch on even before you attune to things?
Can
or-
I take it back off?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is taking so long?
We're busy.
Excuse me, we're adventurers. We have to do this everywhere we go.
Yeah. Vrexil.
Right.
We don't need to attune to it now.
Oh, I have ointment. What does this ointment do?
That's the weird name ointment.
Here comes.
Oh, it just heals. Oh, and can cure any disease.
Good thing we have it.
Throw it at him.
Explodes.
D&D Beyond is so fun, guys. It has all your items in it.
That is
Yeah.
all you find in the wizard's tower. Once you do eventually leave with your 12 stones in hand,
Mhm.
and you get back to Argadon. Alright. Now, once you swallow these stones, you'll be able to move through rock, stone, and earth for 1 hour.
May I make an insight check?
Yes.
Natural 20.
He has no reason to lie about making you swallow these stones like giant horse pills. They are a bitch to pass.
Is it? So we're going down to the bottom of the chasm. Is that what's going on here?
Yes.
Is there anything scary down there?
Are you the thing that they were worshipping?
No, I'm the one who killed them all.
But you
Because
weren't what
they
they were
wanted to worship
worshipping in the chasm.
No.
No, so there was something bigger and more.
There's still something
ancient
scary
than
down
the
there?
chasm.
So we should all go then. You're saying?
See,
Did
nothing.
you poison whatever they were worshipping?
No.
Did
Oh,
that
that's
thing worship
Beyond
you?
you, I see.
No.
Okay. I'm just curious.
See, nothing.
Um,
Nobody worships something like him. They just use it to use their dirty work, and then he kills people. That's all he's good for.
Yes, it's such a good arrangement. I enjoy my profession.
so my mouth doesn't
Just
connect to my body piece. Is that going to affect the stones at all?
Yes.
You're like, I can't actually swallow, so
I can't actually swallow things.
Then this will not work for you.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. How
What
could
if I put it like inside my chest cavity? It'll float around in there. Will that
Mm,
work?
That might work. Or you
Okay.
can always hop into his bag of holding.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, I have a bag of holding.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Wait, also though, how would your machinery go through? Like, is it also eating a stone?
Oh yeah, Vrexil, your chair.
Their frequencies are intertwined.
Okay.
It is considered like attached to my body.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable opening my chest cavity on live television. Live vision. That's a personal matter.
we should go. Now, I look forward to leaving this island and killing many more with my plagues.
So here's the
But
thing, you talk like that
I
and
will
it makes us not want to do that for you.
It's okay. I will spare each of you.
Can't you, like, just go back to the other planes?
I wish, but that is beyond my capabilities.
I mean, if you give me a day, I could send you back there.
Mm.
We could banish you.
Most fiends are immune to poison and disease. It wouldn't be as fun.
Oh, that's fine. You said you wanted
But
to leave.
if you were back where at your home plane, could you not just jump to another plane? How'd you get to this plane?
I got to this plane 1,000 years ago.
How?
To an airport like everyone else.
I went through customs. It took forever.
Oh my god.
But we should get moving.
No. How did you get to this plane?
We
does that
should
remember?
get
How?
moving.
Well, could we talk about it while we're moving and Moxie will?
Yeah, I mean we can walk and
Yes.
talk.
I will walk and talk.
Oh my god! In my home game, one of my people asked me what plane beholders are from, and I was like, I have no fucking idea. How am I supposed to know this? He doesn't know where he's from.
You say Delta and then that's it. You just pick an airline. Doesn't matter.
Oh my
No.
god.
So you head back into the mountain city with him?
We do.
Yep.
Do you cross the farm fields with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop asking it
You-
like that, Dev.
Get to the other side of the Dwarven
Continue
Kingdom
moving
and
with him.
exit out
Do you
the
take him as
same
your lawfully wedded
entrance.
wife?
Oh, your mom would be so
Amen.
happy.
There's no
No,
plans
your
of
mom's
like
gonna be really mad.
there's no plans or anything. You're just gonna keep following him until you get to the chasm.
He
Right.
needs to show us where it is.
I mean, we don't double cross until after we get what we want.
Yeah, right? We've
And-
got some honor.
Yeah.
You eventually make your way back to the archway with the chasm.
At some point along the journey, Vrexil would have messaged Canari and just said, I don't really know exactly how this dungeon sphere works, if they have this being captured, if banishment sends him back somewhere. All I'm going to say is I think at all costs we should make sure that he doesn't escape anywhere.
I've got a plan.
Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna do the murder, don't worry. We're here to murder.
I mean,
No.
They don't call us Team Reaper for nothing. That's our slogan.
They don't
catchphrase.
call us Reaper for nothing.
That is
We've got it on
cute.
shirts.
Are you ready to go descend the chasm and face the depths below?
I guess, yeah.
what are the odds I can Sparta kick him and just have him die to falling damage?
Try that.
What are the odds I can thunderwave him into the pit? Does he seem to have a lot of constitution?
You know,
I
the
just-
frail and sick, they always have the best constitution.
Genuinely, does he stand within 10 feet of the ledge?
He's looking down into the chasm at the moment.
Canari. Canari will, like,
I mean, do we think we know how to get to where we need to go without him, or?
we know we need to get to the bottom of the chasm.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I would assume that Canari and Vrexil were mind linked after Vrexil cast the message on the way.
Yeah.
That they would have been then continued talking. So if we're still mind linked, Vrexil's just gonna kind of like. I mean.
I think Canari would have like mind linked with everybody like on the journey there and just been like, yes, no, do we kill him before he shows us exactly where it is? Because I kind of want to just throw him into the pit.
If we get a chance, do it.
If this is the perfect opportunity, no one is going to stop you from taking your vengeance, Vrexil. This is important to you, we know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just here. I'm hanging out, you know. I'm here to protect Canari, as her parents so nicely asked me to.
It's perfect, Vrexil. Regardless of what Moxie's doing, Vrexil's perfect.
If he gets up to the ledge, Vrexil will approach from behind and cast Thunderwave.
He's at the edge.
Yeah, Vrexil will just kind of look meaningfully at the rest of the group and at Canari, and then press a button.
And
Canari will
Constitution
fire.
saving throw.
Canari will fire a guiding bolt at the same time too.
My goodness. He fails the Constitution saving throw with a 15.
He flies 20 feet away.
That's a dirty 20 to hit on the guiding bolt.
And you'll hit him as well. With that guiding bolt, he glows a little bit.
Now we can watch him fall.
That's kind of why I did it. 16 points of radiant damage.
16 points of radiant damage. And then?
I use my action. Anybody else?
Yeah, Thunderwave, how much damage?
Oh. It wasn't doing it for the damage. 10 thunder damage.
He begins to descend. And then he uses his teleport action to teleport to the side of the chasm.
Oh, motherfucker.
And then he points a finger at Vrexil, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, natural 20.
Oh. All right, you resist the feeble mind spell.
Oh,
And
shit.
we're
Oh,
going
no.
Rough.
We're
Oh,
going
no.
to stop for tonight and then roll initiative at the beginning of the next episode.
Oh, no.
Oh god, that's gonna be in 3 weeks.
Oh,
is gonna
no.
be really
That's a
weeks.
million years away.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That feeble mind. I'm glad. I thought you would succeed, but if there was like the off chance that you got like a 1 or a 2,
Oof.
you do take 4d6 psychic damage, by the way,
Oh,
immediately.
Oh shit, do we think these things are immune to psychic damage?
I don't think something immune to
5,
or
6,
like
7, 8.
something made a disease might not be
you
psychic.
take
Probably
8
poison
psychic
or acid.
damage as feeble mind racks your brain. Yeah, if anything really bad had happened with your roll, you would have been feeble-minded until you repeat your saving throw at the end of every 30 days.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's got greater restoration right now.
Not
Yeah.
yet. All right, we will start with combat next session, and I can't wait for you to expend all of your resources on this creature before fighting the next. Very excited.
Oh.
Goodbye.
No, before we go,
True.
Oh,
two
yeah.
things. One, we have where are you from me? This way. Wyatt will be running our Christmas one shot or
On the
season one-shot.
29th.
Yes.
Yeah. So make sure you tune in for the one shot on the 29th. It'll be really fun. It's holiday themed. We'll all be wearing some form of Christmas attire.
I guess I need to find an ugly sweater.
Yeah.
I'm
Or just-
wearing Christmas attire.
Meg so beautifully demonstrating it. Yeah. So make sure you tune in to that. It'll be a lot of fun. Super excited to DM it. I have
And
plans.
we will also have a special guest on for that one too.
That is true. You get to meet another Wyatt.
Wyatt
Two whole
squared.
Wyatt.
Unless
Two
anything
whole
bad
Wyatts.
happens.
Wyatt original recipe and whatever we called the other one.
Wyatt
I don't remember what we called the other
original
one.
recipe Wyatt.
All right.
Yeah, and we will be back with this show in 2022.
Yeah.
I'll use my eyes as a 0.
The 5th.
January 5th.
January 5th. Oh,
Mark
it's
it
so
on
far
your
away.
calendars. Mark it on your calendars. We're coming back to town.
And keep an
Maybe that-
eye out for more casting announcements with the miniseries coming at the end of January. And subscribe and follow and bye.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can